recap from last week.
I've been
I call
recording, by the
last
way.
week the side quest hell. So what happened during
Oh
side
dear.
quest hell?
Oh dear.
Let's see. We went over to Wyvern Tor
Mm-hmm.
after defeating the fucking group of things in that cave area, I think. Or no, that was Wyvern Tor. Wherever the fuck the horse is right now is the place we were.
Yeah, where
And
the
then we went to
necromancer
Wyvern
thing you're
Tor.
supposed to kill was. Right, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. And then we went to Banshee's Nest.
And then we decided
we
to
got
make
2
our
new buddies.
way back to Phandalin to
Yes, back to
deliver
Phandalin first.
these jobs that we've done.
Okay, that was
Which I believe is this spot right here.
that was the super basic version. Wow.
Yep.
There was a couple more things that
In
happened
addition,
I'm be
there
honest, that's all I
was
remember.
like the stuff involving the familiars, the fight with we have the bugbear that
we got the 2 new buddies.
wants to be good now because he wants glowing bread.
They just want to
Yes.
glow, friends. They just want to glow.
We're
That's it.
gathering our monster allies.
Yes.
We also had like the whole shebang with the one that was standing guard that fell asleep.
Mhm.
After playing with a rock.
Chiron's absolutely not wanted by somebody.
Yep, that was awkward.
I'm pretty. That was mostly just them not realizing what was actually being said.
Pretty
to
much.
be frank.
Haru had another vision.
I think that Chiron hates fucking Andrus.
And
Because I rolled a 1.
is
Right.
and Calibrin is in this constant state of will he, won't he, but instead of it being something good, it's will he or won't he leave the party.
It's just like, why
Because
do I stay with them?
he's just like done with everyone's shit.
Exactly.
He's just sitting there, just like, why do I exist here still? Why? What?
Why am I here?
Brain, can you tell me why?
Just to suffer.
And
Tell
Chiron
me
got
why.
And yes, Haru had a good uneventful sleep with nothing foreboding happening in her dreams about
very
her
uneventful
past.
sleep.
Most certainly.
Nothing about hooded figures with her father making a deal with a hooded figure. Nothing at all of that happening. It's
Most
totally
certainly.
fine.
Definitely.
Yeah. Also, from what I remember, after Calibran, this last thing that I remember that I've written down is, I wonder how Paget is doing.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody had mentioned that.
We were saying
Oh,
maybe
right!
we could go...
Shit, that whole thing also happened with... I forgot to write that down. Oh, God.
What?
Haru almost figured... No, Haru almost figured out...
Oh, yeah, Haru almost figured out Andrus.
That might have happened. That might be going on with Andrus.
Right.
I almost forgot about that.
You might be muted, Anya.
I am. Hello.
Well, now
You need to get better about making sure you're not muted.
That's fine.
Yes.
I think it's cute. Always getting the like
Oh yeah,
aggressive hello.
Eden sounds like she's using the webcam mic or something.
You sound like you're 80 feet away.
Or
Might
playing
just
a
need to go into
PlayStation
Discord.
Oh yeah, glowing bread. We forgot. How could we forget the glowing food?
We didn't forget the glowing bread.
We talked about it.
Just want to be glowy.
We talked about the glowing bread.
Oh, okay, I was zoned out a second. that feeling
Which is
your
part
brain
of the course for
second.
Chiron, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You realize Chiron does it because I do it, right? Like that's the subsequential.
Yep.
Like, you know, they say part of the D&D characters always kind of put your part of your personalities in it, whether you realize it or not.
Right.
Whether you intend to, you're going to put someone
is the
in
closest to a departure from my own personality it can actually get on some fronts. Which is funny considering the personality test for creating a character that we did for what we would be as a D&D character literally gave me his class setup right now.
I think we got most of the stuff, I believe. So you all made your way back to Phandalin at the end of the...
No encounters? Nice.
There is no encounters on the way over from there this time.
Something tells me
they were
Suno
scared
just
off
doesn't
by
feel
our
like
horses.
doing that.
What's up?
Or we did actually deal with the main source of the problem.
Yeah. Mallow, what did you say before that? Sorry.
I just said something tells me Snow just doesn't want to deal with it.
Not for right now. Yeah, my brain was like, I don't want to do a random encounter
He's
thing.
just like, nah,
No
fuck it, you just go home.
Yeah, enough happened last session for you to think about that. It was just a quiet ride back into Fendalen. But hey,
oh yeah, I can also walk on walls.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Dismounts Storm. He's like,
little guy.
oh my gosh.
um,
Civilization. Oh, how I missed you.
We aren't gone that long.
And just like, bro, it's been a day or two. Relax.
You don't understand what I've been through.
as you pass by Barthen's provision on your way back into town, you see Barthen kind of outside of her shop, kind of sweeping and being like, "Hail, adventurers! How did your recent trek out into the wilds go?"
It went.
He's gonna hold up the necromancer's hand. I got a hand.
She looks at Mel a little
It's my trophy.
concerned. I don't even
There
want
is
to ask
also
how
a
many other
bugbear
parts
sitting
you may
behind
have
Mala.
on you.
Don't ignore the bugbear on my horse.
I might have an orc head on my horse.
Oh my gosh. she just Barthen just kind of looks around and does kind of like a head palm thing. Bloody adventurers. They're always bringing back some kind of
Emphasis
weird
on bloody.
trinket.
Now you know how I feel. As Caliprin's just like,
Oh god. Well,
Here, would you mind taking care of Storm for a moment? Give her some treats for me. She's done very well for herself.
by all means, just keep your horses over here. I'll keep an eye on them for you until you're ready to saddle up on your next grand adventure. And she kind of looks up and sees the two bugbears. Just be careful with your friends, I take it. And they both look at her and go,
Yes.
"Glow!" And she looks very concerned.
Clerics in training.
They've managed
Don't mind that. They just want to glow.
them to turn to
Don't
a
worry
life
about
of
it.
goodness.
I have a serious out of character question really quick.
Yes.
How many monstrous races do we have to recruit before we start a cult?
Oh my
All
gosh.
of them.
Well, I mean, currently you've recruited 3 monsters into your cult. There's 2 bugbears and a goblin.
They're literally worshiping Glowbread. I think they now have a deity. This is a cult now.
Yeah, this is a cult.
I mean, potentially.
I mean, there you
I
go.
want to be struck down by a god or something. or somehow we ascend glowing bread to godhood.
Oh
There
my
you go.
gosh.
We could go the reincarnated as a slime route.
There we go.
Make our own nation.
Yes, beautiful. Just call it the
I mean,
Monster
we've given
Town.
them names.
True.
True. True.
I'm sorry. I'll stop distracting.
No,
that was
no, you're good.
I needed to know because I don't want to be killed by Saloon or whatever. You know, accidentally started a cult.
Yeah,
for
you
the
got
wrong
your own
reason.
issues.
Just so she kind of looks, just make sure that those monsters stay out of trouble. The last time we had monsters come in here, the lion shields had a lot of fun driving them back out. So just make sure they don't get into any trouble.
I've got an
very
idea.
well.
I'm gonna just scribble down like a
Yes.
little fucking.
Make sure they
Actually,
don't get into trouble, Callie says as he looks over at Andrus with a bit of a smirk
got an
because
idea.
he knows for a fact that he was against this whole endeavor from the start.
Andrus won't take any offense to your racism. That's okay.
Okay, so
spit out my rice.
who
Go
all
ahead.
in this party is actually in the lion shield?
Callie is
Me?
Callie, Haru,
Andrus is.
Andrus.
Chiron wrote a line. He's got a pen, but it was he didn't sign up under his name. He just signed up under the line.
I believe
Okay.
that is it.
I'm gonna ask Chiron if I can borrow his pin to make 2 very shoddy copies of it on
Oh.
paper.
Okay.
I don't think that's wise.
Chiron's behind.
No, I'm actually going to say no on this.
No,
Straight up.
trust me on this.
I wouldn't
What we're gonna
trust
do-
you. I wouldn't trust you with a 10-foot pole.
Well,
You're gonna need an 11-foot pole. I'm just gonna point the hand at him.
God. Sorry, that's my ginger ale.
Look, you are the last person to be asking me to trust you right now, okay?
Yeah, I
Something
know.
tells me that you're very involved with all of what's going on around.
You think I have any fucking clue what's going on?
The bugbears look at each other. We just want glow bread. If idea make it easier to become glowing, then we on board for it.
I mean,
The idea wouldn't specifically make it easier for you to glow. However, it would make it easier for you to stay in the town.
Ah,
Well,
Let's
and
just go
it's-
talk to Sildar.
Just don't hurt any people in the town, okay?
we
that'll take
only
away
hurt
the
those.
glow.
We only hurt those who deserve to be hurt for the glow.
I wait, do I have it? I don't know. I don't have it.
But the
Damn it. I don't have mage hand. I was gonna give them head pats.
Aw.
aw.
You could just give them head pats.
that lot is yours to deal with. I'm going to see about turning in this job that I got, and he's like taking the one that he got from the notice
board
board
thing.
and figuring out where to go to receive their reward.
All right, so just to be a little bit of gameplay things here. The Wyvern Tour quest was notice that was in front of the town hall. You just got to talk to Wesker, the mayor, to get your reward from him. The clearing out Old Owl Tree was from the really crazy what was it? I want to say Dark
Drow?
Elf.
Now,
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Could not remember because my brain is having trouble remembering who is Eatermath over
they
there.
probably should be Gramnom and Haruka delivering to that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mala and Chiron should go with because they got the hand.
And
Yeah, we've got the
the
necromancer's hand.
and the third quest, which was about the information of the book, was from Sister Gariel, who is right next to the Shrine of Luck.
And
So
that
those
was
were the-
Andrus's quest.
Yes.
I will take the bugbears to see Sister Gariel.
Okay, beautiful. So the bugbears will be following Andrus around for a while.
Nice.
Come, we're going
Have
to meet a
fun.
golly
The
friend.
best person, probably the best person to keep an eye on them, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that is an ideal situation in life.
Ugh. All right. So Andrus and the bugbears are gonna be going to the Shrine of Luck. What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna be going towards Town Hall, and
Calibrand's going towards Town Hall to hand in that thing.
I'll head over to
might
the drow.
want to might mention to Chiron that the orc head might be beneficial to proving that we did the job.
mm,
Okay, I'll grab the orc head and go with Cal.
okay.
I was gonna say, actually, would it be better for us to take the hand to town hall too, because it wasn't part of the actual quest, that was kind of information we found after, and it might be something crucial to letting the town hall know, rather than some crazy drow. Mal?
Hmm?
Were you not even listening to anything I said?
I was listening.
Yeah, so the hand, I think we should probably take that to town hall instead, because that's something that wasn't exactly tied directly. Like, that might be information that the town would want to know.
Yeah.
As a
I'm
friendly
done.
reminder, the person, the drow also did kind of want to know any evidence that was over in Old Owl Well, so that might
Okay.
also
Well,
help out with that.
I mean,
Just
And
saying.
also,
I'll go Cal.
I will ask, are we still locked out of the inn?
You can check that. That's entirely kind of your call there. Like we'll say it's been probably like 3-4 days since you were here last. So I wouldn't assume it would still be blocked, but it could be. Who knows? All right. So either way, Callie and Chiron to Town Hall, Andrus to Shrine of Luck. Where do I have Mala? Where do I have Gramnam? And where do I have Haru going?
Haru!
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna come with
Chaos
Like
to
to
come.
Town Hall or to
Chaos to
the
report back to that guy.
Town Hall.
Okay. Sure.
we established the drow wanted evidence, so you should
Yeah.
probably go there instead.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
That's
Because
what
yeah, you have the
Tino's trying
necromancer
to-
hand, so you probably want to go with them.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, cool. I am gonna start with Andrus, I think then. And the two bugbear compatriots. What were their names again? I gotta relook up my notes. What were they?
Bugbear 1 and Bugbear A.
Boodork and Sheergulk. That's what they were.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So Andrus, you and your two new bugbear disciples? Question mark? Sure, we'll go with disciples. Wake your way towards the Shrine of Luck. It is kind of the morning when you all arrived over here, so it's just you alone at the shrine with the two bugbears. It looks like Sister Gariel hasn't exactly made her way back over here, but you know she lives relatively close by since she invited you into her house when she gave you the quest initially.
I believe it was literally the house
Yep.
behind it.
Correct. It's that house right there.
Cool. I will light some of the incense, and I will let my bugbear compatriots also light a couple.
They
Yeah.
so
Light a couple of these candles. It will help you glow.
the bugbears, I'm assuming it's matches or whatever that you're using, or what are you using to light the candles?
Probably a flint and steel.
Okay. So the bugbears take the flint and the steel, and one of them just kind of looks at it and starts trying to smash the candle, thinking that it'll light that way.
Close. No, you strike the two things I gave you together above the candle.
So they look at each other, and
normally
then putting their hands up as high as they can, they just start smashing the flint and the rock together above their heads.
Very, very good. Your accuracy's a bit off. Maybe aim a little closer. Put your and I will as example, without the things in my hand, go a distance away and just do small strikes.
Oh, they try to imitate what you are doing next to them.
And this guy's still alive.
They have night vision. They didn't have to do much in there.
How do they light fires though? If they don't know how to use a flint and
They
steel?
don't cook. They've never had cooked meat.
Yeah,
they
just
admitted
eat
that.
raw. They don't give a shit about parasites. They just eat.
I'm gonna get these guys some roast pork, and they're gonna die. Oh my god, a second flavor.
So after a couple attempts, the bugbears end up being able to ignite one of them, and they are like, "Oh, this is the warmth that the ogre talked about all the time."
What have you done?
Ooh.
We've taught
I'm
ogre-
literally God. I've
well,
given
we've
them
taught-
fire.
We've taught bugbear to make fire.
This is beautiful. We able to make many fires now.
I'm not
To
there.
make yourself glow, you must be able to make other things around you glow. Although you start only with candles. Houses should never glow. People should only make themselves glow. Don't be doing this type of glow to anything except candles and campfires.
Candles and campfires. Got it. This will bring us one step to glow, and they both frivolously try to light all of the candles as quick as they can, trying to make a competition to see who can light the candles the fastest, thinking, if I win, I will glow faster. No, I will glow faster. And you see them arguing and trying to light them out as fast as they can.
Oh my gosh, why is this cute in a weird sort of way?
I appreciate this. They're doing their best.
Because we did the D&D thing, we adopted the monsters.
Yes.
Once they're finished,
Wait,
I'm gonna lie.
You don't think we did that long ago with pageants?
Well,
oh well, it's a tie. You're gonna both glow at the same time. I think you might glow even brighter if you glow together.
And they both look at each other and put out the most intimidating roars that they can, out there. With those intimidating roars, you start seeing Sildar kind of come out of Stonehill Inn with a sword. Reith is like, "Watch out, Idris! There's monsters!"
This is why we should have given them the fake pins.
Can I make a very obvious face at Sildar, and then just like cast off a hold on, where's my spell list? A sacred flame just like at the ground somewhere and proclaim, "Don't worry, I got it. No need to scare our new friends."
Persuasion check, please. And with casting that, I'll give you advantage.
Yay. Dyslexia, go bird.
I totally get it. All right.
19.
So with your display of power and kind of hinting or more displaying your thoughts towards Sildar, he kind of like stops, kind of looks at the situation with the bugbears who just intimidatingly roared at everybody, and looks at you and looks at the fire and is like, "What is going on, Andreas? Why are there bugbears in the city?"
In my teacher, they know how to make fire.
Our new friends have signed up to learn to be clerics to help protect the town and offer healing once they have done their training. Because I know once I leave, you don't have one.
You hear Sildar do the probably deepest and most annoyed sigh that you've ever heard in your life. Why do you keep bringing monsters into this peaceful town? But fine, whatever. I will be nice to have some other healers in here besides you. Can they actually heal?
Not yet, but I mean, it took me at least like 22 years to heal. So I'd say I look at them. I don't know bugbear ages. They're pretty close to 22. They'll probably get it soon.
The bugbears kind of look at you confused, and it's like, do we need to
count that high?
do we need to protect and now heal people to glow? And Sildar looks at them like, "What are they talking about? Glowing? What?"
If
It is a long story.
You're not there.
Haru, you're not there, unfortunately.
How better to glow than to make others feel better? When I glowed, I made you feel better with bread. That's what you will do with healing.
Sildar just looks at the three of you and is like, it's too early in the morning. I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to the town hall. Just make sure they don't hurt anybody. And he starts walking towards down south.
So Sildar probably sees Caliber and is like, "I know how you feel now."
Can you order 3 Right, 6 rounds of roast pork, please.
Sure.
Thank
That's
you.
Yeah, you're
Blow their
welcome.
mind.
Just whatever. And he starts going back towards the inn instead to put the order in for you.
Cool. Did Sister Gariel like come to the window to be like, what the fuck is going on here?
You see her outside of her house in kind of like shock that there's 2 bugbears, but she did see the whole thing happen. So she kind of approached and is like, Andress, is everything okay? Why are you telling bugbears you're going to make them glow?
I've brought you new brothers of the night.
This would be the first that we've had monsters be some of Saloon's worshippers, but I
Oh,
suppose...
we have lichens all the time. They're big and hairy.
I mean, yes, very, very true, but that's kind of on a rare instance that we let monsters into our... Whatever. Whatever. Did you get the information from our lovely oh my god, I forgot what she was.
Agatha,
Yeah,
the
a wraith.
Banshee.
Banshee, thank you. From the Banshee.
Yes, while our friends guarded the entrance, the Banshee discussed how she used to be in possession of Bojangles' book, as he mistakenly traded it to her for something. But it then left her possession and went to a town that is no longer. I believe I have it written down somewhere. I just have the names written down, so it might
More
be the
than a
wrong one.
town, if I remember correctly.
It was like a civilization, I think.
I mean, that's a town is a
Yeah.
civilized place.
You're right.
Pulled pork sandwiches.
Erebor.
Again, Erebor. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
What was Cernoth? Is that the person who took the book?
Yes, the necromancer's name was Cernoth, and they were from the city of
Yes.
Erebor, which was from an ancient civilization from like hundreds of years ago.
A man named Cernoth took the book. He was a very powerful necromancer. He went into the city of Erebos, and then there was no Erebor, and then there was no more city of Erebor. So we also encountered a necromancer along the way, a wizard of Thay, but we dispatched them.
Wizards of Thay in this area? That's a little concerning.
Which is why I thought we could use all the allies we could get.
The Night Mother might want to hear of this. I will send my report. Thank you, Andress. I appreciate your helping with dealing with the Banshee.
Do I notice any tattoos on her?
You do not notice any tattoos. No.
Okay.
It's so I'll report this to the Night Mother. It's unfortunate that the spell book is at least lost for right now, since that's one of the 3 ancient relics that the Night Mother wanted us to collect, but maybe we can find them somewhere else. She was very adamant about us finding them too, but at least we have a name. Maybe we can go from there.
Yes, that would be ideal. And I will not burden you with let's call it babysitting, but should you need muscular protection, you have it now. Should we not be traveling together once my party has finished here, or should you not adopt me to your cause?
So do you believe that these bugbears might be able to be of spellcasters or be of use to Saloon at some point?
I believe they lack the intellectual knowledge to cast arcanic spells, but I believe they hold the fervent, unquestioning energy that a devoted paladin could have.
Well, if you think so, then out of her robe she pulls out 2 pins with the symbol of Saloon on them, and then hands them to you. Please place this somewhere on the bugbears to let them say that they are also with our organization. I will take them into my care and I will train them in the ways of the paladin to see if I can make them also worshippers of the Night Mother.
Now, they are very food motivated. If you ever want something out, like if you ever want to correct a behavior, just give them a treat. Just tell them to sit and give them a treat.
I will keep that in mind. But please, I will need help in training them at one point or another. So if you wouldn't mind,
I will visit often.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Are
She gives you
planning to stay based here?
Until I am told otherwise, I will be based here for a while. Yes.
Well, the town. Another reason that I thought recruiting them could come in useful is to give us a possibly permanent resident in the village for contact and such, and just the village needs all the help and protection they can get. So should they finish their training and be successful, I would appreciate a recommendation of their stationing here.
Of course, I will keep that in mind as their training continues. So she goes into her robe, gives you the 2 pins plus 3 potions of healing, and here is for your trouble.
Oh, heck yeah. Thank you very much. These will come in useful. My party is very quick to engage.
Considering that you've come back with a multitude of monsters, Scratch's blood, and did one of your allies have a tongue on them?
A tongue and a hand now.
That's
Don't forget the head too.
I'm choosing
that's
to.
Different. That's different.
I'm choosing to only throw Malor under the bus. Okay. I'm being nice to you by not acknowledging your flaws.
Of the head, it feels more like the traditional bring a trophy to like show that you did the job.
Chiron should have been a barbarian, and we all know it.
I totally haven't considered.
Barbarian.
Yeah, considered going barbarian at all. Not a single bit.
No, never. So she takes the 2 bugbears with her and kind of leads her into her house.
I have ordered you lunch at the inn. Some roast boar. 4 for them, 2 for you. Should you be able to eat as much?
Thank you. I will stop by the inn later to pick that up. I appreciate your services. I'm sure if the Night Mother ever asks anything else of us, I'm sure I will come and seek you out.
I would enjoy seeing a friendly face.
Well, you always have a friend here in Fendalen if you need it. And she kind of does a little bit of bow, and then without you really getting another word edgewise, she pushes the bugbears into her house and kind of closes the door. We will talk again soon as she slams it shut.
I give a little prayer to Budork and Trigalt.
They might need it at that point. Who knows?
I also give a prayer to all of her furniture.
Oh boy.
And I will. I guess I will head to. Do I know where the the other drow that people are talking to is?
The other drow?
The drow.
Oh,
No, Miss Sister Gariel was also a drow. I believe.
Oh. Well, that was Sister Gariel who you're with.
That's
right?
what that I was meaning. Is so
Yeah.
like I'm going from one drow to the next.
Oh, to the
drow.
other. Okay, gotcha. I misunderstood for a second. Yes, no, totally fine. Okay.
I am worried about the gang with all the limbs.
Just
So
fair point. So
Yeah, valid.
speaking of drows, we're gonna go in that direction yet and go over to where Gramnam and Haru and Mala went to their with the necromancer hand and
the tongue.
crazy
Because
person.
unless Chiron
The
does
tongue is
something
unrelated to the
funky,
hand.
I think ours is just gonna be like handed the trophy, exchange for the goods, and say goodbye.
Hold on 1 second. Like I said, my brain needs a second to process stuff
No worries.
because I'm running a lot
No problem.
slower than I normally do, and I apologize for that.
No problem. Take your
All
time.
right, there we go. So as you are, so Haru, Mala, and Gramnam start making their way towards the Eatermath
Make
Orchard.
our way downtown.
Yes.
Walking fast.
And outside of the house, you see Dara Niedermath, who was the drow, the insane drow, just kind of working on his orchard, just minding his own business.
Then you might want to move your token to that location.
Okay, 1 moment.
With Haru and
Haru,
should
get
be moved
over here!
Allison's just
Hello.
like, where's Haru?
Kind of spacing out, sorry.
Aye, sir!
As so Darren kind of lifts his head and is like, he drops he drops the hoe he was working with and immediately starts running towards the three of you. What did you find? Oh my gosh, tell me what history. And he says,
found. Go ahead.
as he's deeply panting as fast, I can't say the word. Just panting with excitement over the news you may have for him.
We found a necromancer.
That's it.
Aye. Well, not just it. I mean, he gave us a hand.
What?
He's gonna hold up the hand.
Joke complete.
Darren swipes the hand and kind of looks at it and is like,
hey.
You see him kind of analyzing it. He kind of runs back into his house, so you hear a lot of like scrambling through things, and he comes out with a book. He's starting to swing through the book, and he's like, "This is a necromancer of Thay, right?"
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Old news. He throws it back at you guys. I don't want information about the Thay.
I get to keep.
I wanted
fucking
information
hand.
about your civilizations. Was
Aye,
there
so do
nothing there at
we.
all?
Nothing.
I mean, Haru
except,
had a vision thing.
And there were a few soldiers of my clan.
Soldiers of your clan? How many? Like
About 6. if I remember
6?
correctly.
Were you able to control them like you said
Yes.
before?
Yes.
Oh, then maybe that was an old site from there, but you didn't find anything else of value there whatsoever.
No, except for this ring, but you shouldn't touch it. It's bad.
I got
And
this tent.
We can't get it off the hand.
And he kind of goes over and grabs Haru's arm and starts looking at the ring. This ring. Oh my gosh. This is not from this realm. How is that possible? And he starts going through this is only in fairy tales, but that shouldn't be possible. And he kind of goes through his book more and is like, and you can't remove this at all?
No.
We tried.
hold on a minute. He runs back into his house. You hear a lot of scrambling, a lot of things in there. He comes back out with a wand. Do you trust me?
Yes.
This may hurt a little bit as you
You
see some
did?
magic start sprawling. You see like a lot of green magic start to appear from the tip of his wand, and without really even saying a word, he blasts your arm.
Oh my god.
You start feeling an intense like burning sensation for a while, which makes you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
Ooh.
But after a bit, you feel the ring loosen and then fall off.
Ooh.
It came off.
Did my
How's
He
electric
your
then
fence
hand?
done
swipe.
that?
He then swipes it and is like, "This is exactly what I needed. I can find out a lot more information now with this. Thank you.
My said I shouldn't.
I'd be careful with that. It caused a vision on Haru here.
Vision. What happened in your vision?
Killed a lot of people.
You killed a.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder. Does this have to do with the Battle of Thunder Tree then? And he starts going through here again.
A thunder tree.
And then he looks over at Graham Nom. Do you know that name?
I do.
What?
Let's see, I have notes.
Are you from there? Are you not from there?
Let's see, hold on. I have it. Sorry, out of character. I have it in my notes. It
Okay.
says Haru saw in a vision her beheading a famous dwarf general that Gramnom recognizes as a key player in the Battle of Thunder Tree. So Gramnom knows about that, right?
Yes.
Were you
Okay, yeah.
there? I could have sworn.
I recognized one of the dwarves that you defeated. He was a very famous general in the army.
Graham Nom, I'm gonna give you that name of that general now.
Oh, cool.
So you have it. Just give me 1 second so I can find the right page. I had this written down. I should have had this page open, but why would the DM do something smart? Because the DM is too tired and not doing the correct things.
Well, it's all good. I've read through like modules and stuff, and they have the quests like all over the place.
They do. They do. Oh god. I know I saw it a minute ago. Hold on 1 second, guys. I apologize.
No problem.
Okay. The general's name was the dwarven hero, the dwarven paladin called Palin.
Palin.
It was known, and Graham Nom, I'll just say you automatically knew this because this was, one of the generals that you served under the war. Palin was your commanding general who ended up, insulting you for the lackluster work of everything that you've done within your family and everything. But what he was known for was being able to drive back what was called the ancient evil back in your time that was starting to havoc everywhere around your nation of Thunder Tree. The last battle you remember was Thunder Tree.
Gotcha. Let's see. Held back. What now?
Ancient evil.
The ancient evil that had been devastating the land.
Okay. Gotcha. I relay that information.
You can relay that. That's totally fine because I know that was a lord up there, and he's like, the ancient evil. That is not the first time I've seen that pop open. According to one of my history books here, it was. But the thing is, this is a myth book, not a history book. So this isn't our history; it's more storytelling. Was that an ancient evil swept across one of the specific realms? The realm's name was lost within here, but a lot of what happened was the ancient evil started sweeping over by mind controlling a lot of the civilizations around and pitting them against each other. so they would all eventually be under one banner and be able to. This is weird. This part is kind of ripped out of here, but that's why I was hoping that place would have more information.
How sinister.
That is good. I wonder if the ring was. Oh, I don't like that thought, but.
But wait, it's stuck on you though, right? And he points for it to Haru. Oh, that must mean that you were the one who forged that ring in order to go into battle. You must have been one of the ones that was taken over by one of the ancient ones at some point. Wait, how are you alive? How did you get here? What happened? And he kind of comes closer and closer.
I back off.
I'm just gonna reach up and
Give
grab
her a
Haru's
room to
hand.
breathe.
Sorry, it's just seeing people from myth is something unique, and people thought I was crazy when I was like seeing things and hearing weird things and seeing weird visions of wars and green. But that's fine. That's fine. You two are the proof that this might actually be real and not myth. Thank you. And he runs into his house and slams the door.
Did you get the ring back?
Nope.
I'd say that went
Do
well.
we get paid for this?
Did you guys bargain for payment?
Fair. I don't recall.
I was supposed to keep that though.
And he was also supposed to get a book that he was going to give them one of the books that had the information of the myths.
All right, I'm just gonna go knock on his door.
Yeah, I'll go with Marlo.
Okay. So you both knock on the door and it's like, and he opens it up. It's like, you guys still here? What do you want?
I believe there was some sort of payment that was supposed to happen.
Graham Nom, go ahead. What did you say? Sorry.
I said, aren't you forgetting something?
And then Mala, repeat what you said.
I believe there was some sort of payment that was supposed to happen.
Payment? I don't know what you're talking about.
Some kind of book.
Book? I mean, I have like 30,000 books. What book do you want? Haru, what did you say? Sorry.
I forgot which one. Oh
no. Okay.
It was some book that has like you guys' history in it or something.
That one.
The one that has the history in that. That is very descriptive because
I understand that doesn't narrow it down a whole lot.
If you can,
their history.
Yeah, the one that has these two, their history.
I don't know. Can either of you give me a last name, maybe?
Yamashiro?
Bloodforge.
Then he kind of goes back into his house and is like, he brings back 2 books and is like, I don't want to give these up though because they're the ones I need to study your ring.
Look, that cone of cold was very harmful.
all of a sudden, the 4 of you hear a growl in the distance that sounds like the bugbears.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
What was that?
Oh, don't worry, that's just our bugbear friends.
You have bugbears. He throws the books at you and slams the door.
Oh, good.
That worked.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna like hand one of the books to each of them. Just like, I mean, I hope this is the right person for each of the books.
Yeah.
Haru, what'd you say? Sorry.
But I still kind of. Okay.
You're cutting off a little bit.
No, she's pausing.
Okay.
She's literally saying.
Okay.
Oh. Well.
Oh, my lady's gonna be so mad.
I mean, at the very least, we know you aren't evil.
Well, no.
Because you get brainwashed into it.
It's not good.
I mean, everyone's susceptible to brainwashing.
Except on this.
Is that so? I say out of character.
I suppose.
So you two do have like books, a book of like an ancient not an ancient history, the mythical history of the Blood Forge family and the mythical history of the
Yamashiro family.
Yeah, Yamashiro family.
There you go.
So I will eventually reveal what's in these books.
Okay.
Just
Once we read them.
yes. I ask for my sake that you do not read them yet.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Or else I'm gonna have to be making up bullshit,
Sorry,
and I don't want to make up
Google.
bullshit.
No
I am
worries.
muted a little bit early.
That's okay. That's okay. So as the books were thrown at them at this point, Andrus does make their way to where the rest of the group is.
Oh, look, you guys got some books. Can I read those right now? Right this instant?
I mean, that's up to them.
I was figure out how
I'm
to read it
kidding.
tonight.
Andrews doesn't know how to
Okay.
read.
Indeed.
Thanks, Eden.
Perhaps-
So nice of you.
Perhaps we could read them together and compare notes.
Are these, do they look like homemade history books or like actual, like authored ones?
They look like homemade history books.
Okay. It's probably just like a diary or something. Imagine liking books. What kind of nerds like books? Kelly. Face is burning in the distance. My turning in my quest went very well. Our bugbear compatriots have gone to learn how to glow with a dear friend of mine, and have taken up the duty of eventually, hopefully, protecting the town. Although they will have to overcome the let's say very biased ideals of some of the town management. So, but for now, on my word, they are welcomed here. We should we should probably get like Sildar to tell everybody in town that like
Yeah, that might
it's
be a good
okay.
idea. Especially after that
Because
roar.
he kind of just rolled his eyes and walked away, which doesn't seem like good leadership. Either he sticks to his ideals that I don't believe in, or you know he works with me. He's kind of chosen neither, and I feel like that's the worst of both worlds.
Stabbed right to the heart, Eden. All right. So where are the four of you going to head off after this is situated?
Do you still have the hand?
Yes, I'm just gonna hold it up.
I really don't think you should be pulling that out around random town folk. Like it was okay for this like turning in the quest thing. But
It's
like
fine.
normal people get a little bit queasy. I'm not exactly a fan of it either.
I'm just gonna wiggle in front of you, just like, what, you scared of a hand?
The they've hand more than most other hands, yes.
Andrus, do a D100 for me, please.
Goody. Here's the right thing. Roll.
Okay.
37. 37. I don't think I've rolled above a 40.
I don't think I don't think you have either. I'm gonna DM you something. Continue talking if you'd like.
If you like.
Right. The lunch, or do we want to make sure that the other people who collect body parts aren't doing things inappropriate?
I like one.
Yeah.
You okay, Haru? You look
You got the ring off.
drier than normal.
I got the ring off, but you want to get it off.
Goody.
Do you want it back?
Well,
We could probably get it back.
Probably a good idea to have it, but
I know a
We could probably
tiefling
get it
who would
back.
love to help you with that.
However we
we could
get
probably
it
get it
back, we
back
will get it
now.
back if it is important to you. Did you give it to them, like,
No, it's kind of
willingly?
snatched.
they kind of just yoink.
In that case, this person who's very rude, I don't like them, and we will get your ring back.
Yeah, he kind of used some kind of ray of magic on her hand from a wand, and then it fell
was
off.
the same color as
Right.
Mala, I think.
Can I, like, do I notice that, like, any, like, leftover necromancy, like, injury on her hand?
You do notice that it looks like there's some, like, I don't know, burn. How would necromancy, like, damage look? Like,
It
burn?
would
Probably,
look
like, black
a little more
dead
shriveled.
veins.
Okay, you see that, especially where the ring was, Haru's finger looks kind of, like, blackened, almost charred, almost like part of that was almost about to die.
It would be like blackening, but from the inside out. So, like, the skin would look better, but I'd be able to see, like,
You
the
can
veins and stuff.
you can see that one of the fingers looks, where the ring was, definitely looks like it was affected by the magic.
Um,
Want me to
I
take care of that for you?
But
Haru, you
Yes?
are wonderful, and on the word "wonderful," I will cast a healing word.
Haru, when Andrus casts healing word, can you do a perception check for me, please?
sure thing.
So 6 points of healing.
Give me 1 second to open my woohoo. Perception, it's something I'm good at.
Ooh.
It's something I'm good at.
So as you notice Andrus' hand touch you for the healing word, you almost think out of the corner of your eye that Andrus' hand looked almost like the necromancer's hand for like 2 seconds, but then it wasn't.
Um,
The heck?
Interesting. I will then put my hands behind my back. So, shall we go? Right.
She nods, but then she kind of mouths to Andrus, "Are you okay?" Hinting, but she totally saw that.
Haruka's really way too trusting, isn't she?
That's why it's perfect. It seems to be Haru who's the one who's getting this all the time.
You well, let's just focus on getting you your ring back. It seems important. It's from your deity or deity adjacent
Not
individual.
necessarily from her, but
It has been ordained upon you from her.
she did say it was a good idea to keep it. Yes.
So, and then that is what we shall do.
All right. So where are the four of you heading back to?
Town hall maybe?
Okay, cool.
Back up on the other body part group.
Beautiful. The
Yeah.
other body part group. I mean, you're not wrong. So, all right. So we're gonna shift the action over to Callie and Chiron. As you're about to enter town hall, you do hear two voices kind of arguing with each other inside of the hall. One of them is definitely Wesker. Or did I say Wesker? Was that the right name? No, I don't remember if that was the right name or not.
You will give me an egg.
Western, not Wesker. I was thinking different thing. All
You
right,
were
so you
thinking
definitely
Artie.
hear what? Yes, that's what I was thinking for a second. You do hear Wester's voice, but Chiron, you recognize the other voice as Augustus.
There's gonna be a moment of hesitation, but if Cal's going in
Sounds like they're really going at it. Should we really interrupt them, or?
Why not? I was like,
Very well.
Chiron.
He knocks on the door.
Chiron's just gonna walk in. It's the town hall.
So as Calibrand's about to knock, Chiron just like bursts into there. You see, because I think this is the first time Calibrand's probably seeing this person, but you see this thin man with a very like barbershop-esque mustache. Looks very cranky, thin, old, wrinkly, as he's shouting at Wester, "I don't care what you need to do to release that bastard. You need to..." And then he looks around and is like, "Never mind. We'll continue this discussion later," and starts to walk out towards the other out of the hall. Sees Chiron immediately, kind of gives you a very bad snarl, pushes you out of the way, and then walks out the town hall.
Hey,
Chiron
is you to push my friend around like that?
Chiron is literally gonna just stare at Augustine as he's walking with the like, that feeling when you're at a supermarket and somebody's thinking you're stealing. You're just like, they're just eyeing you very blatantly to make you uncomfortable. That's what he's doing right now.
So Cal, buddy. As you yell that to Augustine, he kind of looks back at you and says, "I don't care if you're a bloody Everhold. You adventurers don't have any power over me." And he grumps out of there.
Grump, grump, grump.
Well, he doesn't seem like a very nice guy.
Yeah,
sorry about that, Mr. Wesker.
And Harbin kind of like is shaken out. It's all right. It's not the first time. It's not the first time he's popped in here and made demands of me. When you own one of the founding places of here, you kind of get a little bit of a attitude and think you can make demands, but don't worry about it. That is a myself and Sildar's situation.
Oh, thank you for. I'm just glad that things didn't turn into a fist fight. At any rate, we're here to turn in the job for the Wyvern's tour. Was it Wyvern's?
Oh, Wyvern's tour. Oh. What?
We dealt with the marauders that were there.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you taking on that job. I'm sure our trade caravans will have a much easier time coming through here. So
we even have the head of their leader here as proof the deed was done.
What is
you have the thing's head?
It wasn't my idea.
Look,
these adventurers are.
It was my idea. I just wanted to keep his head on my horse, for intimidation factor. Skulls make really good decoration, and Chiron just gives him the biggest, most toothiest grin ever.
Kelly is like face palming. Can you at least try to act like a normal person for 5 seconds?
Look, Chiron like puts his hands on his chest and just like, look at me. Do I look like a normal person?
You could be if you didn't act like you weren't.
Oh my gosh. At any rate, here's your reward, and he hands you 100 gold.
Thank you. I'll make sure it's split evenly among the group.
I
have a lovely day, I hope.
I'll be fine after Yarno gets out of here. I'll be fine. And you see him kind of.
Is that what that was about? Was he trying to get that bastard released?
It's very complicated, and I don't know if I'm at jurisdiction to even tell the famous Everhold what might be going on here.
You know, I know I'm not a normal person, but
To be
blackmail can
fair,
go
my
a long
parents are
way.
the famous ones. I'm only apparently linked by proxy, but that's neither here nor
Chiron, what was the last part of that you said? I'm sorry, I kind of missed
Oh,
it.
Chiron's just like, I know I'm not a normal person, but blackmail can go a long way.
Him and Iarno were business associates, so I kind of got the feeling he doesn't want him to be jailed up right now. But I mean, he put a terrible disservice to our town. Like, with him being the leader of the Red Brands, I had to keep him locked up. There's no way I'm going to. There's no way I'm going to let him roam free. Not until the Neverwinter guards get here and take him away.
Yes, good. Don't let that man pressure you. The law is on your side.
You sweet, sweet child. Even if the law is on my side, that's not how the world works sometimes. But I appreciate that.
You've never been to Waterdeep, have you, Cal?
Talking about this.
Oh, you're part of Waterdeep then, Chiron?
Yeah, you could say that. My relationship with him goes a little bit deeper than that.
Waterdeep is a massive city.
It's, I know there was a tiefling, there was a lot of tiefling segregation in a lot of places. I hope you weren't part of that terrible part of Sildar's past. Man, that would be terrible.
He identified me as riffraff you might have run into. So I mean, we've kind of worked past that. I think
he's. If you were one of the riffraff, he's a different person since he's come here. It was not. I'm coming here to the small mining village was probably the best thing that could have happened for him. So I'm sure he would like to make amends if he ever did anything to you or any of your family members.
I'll keep it in mind, and if it comes up, I'll say that you.
Is there any reaction when he says the words "family members" on Chiron?
Wait, what did
he said? You or your family members. Is there any reaction for Chiron when he said that?
No, Chiron.
Okay. It's just like Kelly's just trying to keep an eye out on things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I might have gotten into trouble with Augustine very early in my life, and we don't have great history, you can say.
Actually, that's weird. Augustine was from Neverwinter, from Waterdeep, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like
that. That's kind of ironic.
Don't you think?
And he kind of looks at you a little closely.
Chiron's gonna quickly just turn. I think I'm gonna go see if there's some food to be had and go for the door.
Wait a minute.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you for your services, as he kind of yells
out. You will let us know if there's anything else you need, all right?
Oh yeah, of course. Your parents also said hi. They're kind of at the inn. They had said to eventually come back here to go to the inn when you're done with your adventuring, because they want to hear all about your excursions, I guess. They seem super proud of you.
That's a bit odd, considering they locked us out of the inn the other day.
But... Oh, they're your parents. They just want you to have a good time, Calibran. You know that.
I'm not so certain, but we'll just have to see.
Be fair, that wasn't Kelly's fault.
That's just the joy of the Everholds. They're such bubbly personalities, and we wouldn't be here today if they hadn't saved us from all the monstrosities.
Yes, I'm known very well for my bubbly personality.
Oh, surely you must have heard of a lot of their exploits before, right? I mean, you're their son.
Too much, although, ironically, never with much detail.
Well,
they didn't really talk about what they've done very much. Do you know some of those stories, actually?
I do, but now that you mention it, it was just We went and slayed this dragon over here and saved the world, and then came back. But they're always very basic stories. It is kind of weird, huh?
Does the Everholds have business with Augustine?
Not that
Chiron kind of glances over his shoulder.
Not that I know of. I mean, the Augustine came way after the Everholds left on the Grand Adventure after saving us.
Okay.
This is probably the first time that they're
looks very concerned for a moment.
Uh,
But if, I mean, they must have done something of note, right? If they,
I mean, probably
they trained me, and certainly my skills have shown themselves quite effective.
Oh, I know. Like, oh, you know what I can tell you? I can tell you how they saved our fine town of Fandalen. It all happened on a dark and stormy night, and then he pauses. Why don't I remember that story? That's weird. I was here when they saved us, but why can't I? I might just need a drink or something. I'll eventually. I need some thinking to do, and he kind of like closes his book and goes down and goes into private quarters. Just go back to the inn.
Before he leaves fully, Chiron's gonna open the door and says, "If you ever want to pursue those blackmail options, let me know."
Yes, thank you, sir. And you clearly know that he did not hear a single word you just said, Chiron, because he's clearly a little bit distressed right now.
He's not the only one. Callie is looking like I might need to have a bit of a conversation.
Is this the first time Chiron's the one that's not walking away having an existential crisis?
It kind of looks like it, yeah.
Oh no?
Bad for you guys.
He's okay. He's okay. He's more like, well, this is an intriguing new development. Oh, why don't we head to the Lion Shield coaster first before heading to the inn? Or
sure.
Unless you really would rather go to the inn, I want to go check up on some.
Chiron's gonna follow now out of curiosity.
Okay.
The kid
He goes to speak with the old family friend, the one that used to help raise him.
Yep. As the two of you do exit the town hall, you do notice that the rest of the party has joined up with you. Like that you've all kind of met in the middle before.
No, we just appeared.
You have the chance to go to Lane Shields. Well, it's kind of the way things are working out. That's all.
Our tasks all happen to take the same amount of time.
Isn't that ironic?
As soon as Chiron sees Andrews, he's gonna say in Infernal, "Nope, he's still a dick," and then just assume that Andrews understands.
I'm just gonna hear that in Infernal. I'm just like, huh? Who?
Hi, is everything? Kelly,
Possibly. I just wanted.
Don't look so good.
There's just been a bit of a new development, and I'm curious to. I want to make one check to follow up on it before we head to the tavern. Something just doesn't seem right now. And I think I might be able to find some answers in the Lion Shield coaster.
I see. Okay. Would you like us to accompany you, or?
If you'd like. And he heads, he leads the way there.
So I know Chiron was already going to follow him, but is anybody else going to?
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Let's vibe.
Cool! The
We
party
will.
does not split up. Beautiful.
I was
All
typing,
right.
where are we going?
Just
To the Lion Shield coaster, I'm guessing.
before we go, like on the way over, Chiron's just gonna be just so everyone's aware. Augustine is trying to get Yarno out of jail. He's currently bullying the mayor.
Fuck him.
Please don't.
I didn't plan to.
Not like that.
Oh my gosh.
I'll wave my hand at him.
Language.
I'm not. Kion's just gonna stop dead sentence.
I'm not interested in any of that sort of. Just give me a book and a nice cup of coffee, and I will be good.
I'm
know,
sure we can find you a book.
reading-
And then
Yeah, hey, we got a book.
Not that kind of book.
We don't have the necromancer's book.
She holds up the book that she got.
Oh, very lovely. I hope you enjoy reading it on your own time. Right. And he heads into the Lion Shield Coaster because it's like basically across the road. So
it is. All right. So as you enter, there's just a couple of people in there. It looks like they're just shopping for some new equipment or supplies or anything. But you do see Linian right on the counter, and as she goes, like, Kelly, how you doing, my friend?
Linian, it's good to see you. I'm actually here to speak with you.
Oh, you're here for little old me. Oh, give me a nice big hug. And then she goes and Bear hugs you.
And
as tight as she can.
he's perfectly okay giving her a hug.
Aw.
Because he really likes her. I'm not sure why, but he really likes her.
Aw.
All right, laddie, what can I do for ye?
I just there was a bit of an odd thing going on, and I wanted to see what it's actually quite unusual, and I just wanted to know what is it that my parents are actually famous for?
Have you gone and have a boulder hit your head or something, Callie? You know why your parents are famous.
Because they are adventurers, yes, but like their stories, they're always so. They never gave me any details, and I was wondering if you knew it.
I mean, gosh, you're the heroes of Vendalen. What story you want me to tell you about him? I've seen him on so many of their adventures.
How did they save Vandalen?
Oh man, that was quite the ordeal. It was a pretty long, like it was quite a while ago, like even before you were born, I believe. They ended up having a lot of issues with some mages that ended up coming by here, so they had to go to that Wave Echo Cave that your dwarven friends were looking for.
Wait, so they've been to
your parents?
I mean, yeah, they were the ones to first discover the place's location, as far as I know. So I know they went into Wave Echo
But
Cave.
that doesn't check out because people are still trying to discover the location now.
That is true. What? No.
Look,
wasn't it the Wave Echo? Yeah, no. You see that she looks.
The mayor didn't even know that much. He couldn't remember why they were famous here at all.
You look, the more that she tries to remember, the more it looks like she's getting extremely confused by this, and it's like, no.
Haruka gives her a pat on the shoulder. I know how you.
That can't be right. Like, they went into the, but the cave hasn't.
While this is going on,
What about before then? What makes them so? What other adventures did they do?
Well, it was that adventure that put him on the line. That made him famous around here. I mean, before that, they were just part of a adventurer group that went and protected the local miners before they found. But the cave wasn't. Every time she tries to mention anything about the Wave Echo Cave, she gets extremely confused.
Can I make an Arcana check at all?
I'm going to cast Detect
Cool.
Magic as
Or-
she's trying to think of.
I'll make it anyways.
Yeah, no, do it, Grandos, go.
Also, while everybody's making checks, while she's and Caliburn are talking, Chiron's gonna go over to Andrus and just whisper as quietly as possible. I'm starting to think I'm not the only storyteller around this town.
So
Fuck it, we ball
You-
Arcana.
Right.
No,
Okay.
I know even less.
I'll say you both have kind of known that there might there is some magic that can potentially like block the like make you forget certain memories, but this magic really hasn't been used in a very long time, so you're unsure of what's going
Fair.
on. You said you used detect magic, Callie?
Yes.
You sense no magic.
Probably because it would have already been done. Dang it! I could still need an identify pearl. This would be the perfect time for it.
I mean, before they just helped out with a lot of like odds and ends towns. They drove goblins away. They drove marauders. They drove bandits. But then it was.
You said you were there for this, and yet.
Yeah, it was part of the group that just. No, that's not right. As you were starting to notice a pattern that as soon as she starts trying to remember the biggest thing that your parents have ever accomplished, she cannot remember the full events of it. Just that they did something extremely heroic, which made them like the heroes of Fandalin. She cannot remember the story.
Oh, dearie me.
That is not good, is it?
I think I need to lie down, Callie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna close up shop for the day. I
Just take care of yourself.
I don't feel well all of a sudden. I'm just. Just have Sildar check on me later, please. And she tries to like push you guys out of the coaster.
All right, just let me know. Send word right away if you need anything. All right.
Of course, I will, Callie. Just
I love
have
you.
fun at your adventures. And she slams the door.
The poor thing.
Did she even hear what he just said?
Nope, not at all. She clearly was in a daze after realizing she couldn't remember what the story.
What does Callie remember of the story that they told?
This was before Callie was born.
But did they never tell him?
Truly, they would have said the Tory.
They, so thinking back, you've never really heard your parents talk about their exploits, just that they did them, and that the whole world, most of the Neverwinter and
Sword Coast is what
yes.
you're looking for.
So thank you, Sword Coast. That the Sword Coast knew about their names and recognized them for their heroic deeds around the realms, but you cannot recall.
So then he thinks back to his training and how it's clearly they knew something because everything he knows they taught him.
I need you to make one of two checks. I will let you decide which one you want to do. You need to either make me a history or arcana, one or the other.
I mean, either way is the same.
It's up to you which one you want to do.
Dang dice!
Ooh.
The dice said no.
So you go back to your training when your father was teaching you about spell casting, and you remembered how like enthralled you were by a lot of his teachings on how to end up producing these crazy spells, but it was just like any other mage training that there was nothing weird or suspicious about it.
Well, but then that in and of itself is a bit odd, considering he possesses spells that no wizard should normally be able to learn.
Correct.
What is going on?
Caliban, do you need to lie down as well? We can go back to the tavern.
No, I need to get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Well, we are here for you.
Who am I really?
I mean, that feels like a question a lot of us are
She
asking.
understands this entirely.
Please stop touching. I don't like touching.
Right, sorry.
It's fine. I know you're just trying to show kindness. Yes, let's go back to the tavern, but not for the reason you might think.
To talk to your parents?
I believe confront might be the better term.
Oh.
We can still confront them over a bowl of stew and
Yep.
walk out.
Stew sounds nice.
All right, so you all make your way to Stonehill Inn, and as you don't really hear too much bustling inside because it is morning. Most of the people were probably still either waking up or have gone to work or do whatever they pop in. But when you do go in there, you do notice that the barkeep is over there currently. Hold on, what was her name again? It was my dwarven friend.
Yes.
So Elsa the bartender is over there, and Toblin is kind of cleaning up in there, and it's like, you're come back from your excursions, adventurers. How did things go?
Fairly well.
That's great.
Decent, all things considered.
Beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm sure you have a lot of stories that to end up telling us. Correct?
Who's speaking?
I mean,
Who's speaking? Who's speaking?
Elsa?
Toblin.
Which
Oh.
is? I got a little.
Toblin was the innkeeper.
Okay. Perhaps, though. Are my parents around?
Oh no, they just left last night. I'm sorry.
Of course they'd.
They mentioned something about having to go on another grand adventure to save another part of the Sword Coast, so they left pretty late into the evening, actually.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
did they give
Oh,
any hints about where they could be going?
They didn't say, just that trouble was brewing somewhere and they needed to go.
I know my parents. Do I? Because they've never told me anything of their adventures. Nothing to the degree that I've found in books and tomes throughout my studies.
You notice that Toblin and Elsa look at each other kind of confused, and it's like, well, and then Elsa chimes in, that seems kind of odd, but they've always told all their stories over here.
Oh yeah? Can you recount one?
They look at each other. Well, you remember that time when
Can I?
Elsa's like, well, what about the... And they both look at each other confused.
Something's wrong. Either
Alright, and
something is
Finn's
very
gotta-
wrong right now, and I intend to get to the bottom of this. immediately.
Chiron, what's up? Sorry.
Oh, Chiron was just gonna try to get a bowl of soup before everybody tried to go to sleep because they hurt their brains over this. So getting cut off was just great flavor, to be honest.
Honestly, that worked. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Chiron's just gonna look defeated and flop down on a chair.
So you
God
see
fucking damn it, I'm hungry.
Toblin kind of sit at one of the stools, and he's trying to talk to Elsa, and they're both like trying to recall stories, but they can't think of a single one of them right now. Oh, if only we had a bard here. The bards remember everything. I know.
If no one else can, are you sure they would?
Elsa kind of looks around. We do have this one bard who tends to come around here a lot, but he hasn't been seen in quite a while.
I hope they are okay.
Yeah, but that would be the person to ask, but it's been a couple of years since that bard's actually come by.
This another bard. Could you tell me more about this bard? They're very curious individuals. Odd adventurers in their own. Those are a different kind of ken.
I mean, they're storytellers. This human bard has traveled all around Sword Coast, just spreading all these wonderful wonderful stories about your parents. So I'm sure if he came back, it would be wonderful. But I would have no clue where he is at this point.
Human Bart? Are you talking about Volo?
No, this is not Volo. Nice try. I'm
Not
not
this
putting
time.
Volo into this one, unfortunately.
Valid. Understandable.
They never told me about any bards.
You haven't. Oh, weird.
What's his name?
Marathis.
What? No,
We don't know
that's
his.
not a name I've ever heard before.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's traveled along with your parents and thrown stories around everywhere. So, if anything, if you could ever find this person, then that would probably be the one to check about it.
Well, I'll keep an eye out. And an ear. They tend to be rather loud.
Elsa chimes in. Whenever that bard's in town, I make so much gold off of these wonderful people that it's just beautiful.
Also, would you mind getting us some stew, please? All of us?
Of course. For all of you.
I assume Chiron's ears are gonna perk up.
Yes, Chiron's like, I'm starving.
I no
We need
worries. I'll
something
get that
hot.
soup out for you. And did someone order 6?
Oh, that's for someone else.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, I
that's
don't
for
know.
other people. Don't worry about that.
No,
yet.
that was for the 6 roasts or whatever were for the
Yeah.
bugbears.
Yeah,
Like
it's not
the
for
roast.
us.
Oh,
The roasts were ready, but they haven't. No, whatever. I'll make sure I put that to the side. All right, 6 soups coming right in.
Thank you.
As Elsa makes her way into the kitchen, you start hearing like food and stuff being made from there. The cooking noises. So, besides the weirdness with the stories, how did your adventures go? Toblin is talking to you guys now.
I found a cursed ring.
Oh, that had to have been quite the
Yes,
find there.
it was.
Do you have?
I've got a necromancer's hand.
I've got an orc's head. Chiron holds up the head.
Enough with the.
Toblin just is kind of.
small.
Well, there's all flavors of adventurers out there. I guess if this is what we have here in Fandalin. Well, I guess at least you'll keep us safe, so it works.
Arkin just is kind of sulking, like, I hate this.
Meanwhile, Calibran's over there almost hyperventilating as it's starting to dawn on him what might be going on here, and he doesn't like it one bit.
When Cal starts to look extra distressed, Chiron's just gonna look at him and go, "Don't worry, parents just lie to their kids all the time. This is nothing new. Though I guess lying to no, even my parent lied to large communities of people. So yeah, it's just standard practices for parents. You'll get used to it.
I do not think that is the case.
I had a good childhood. They were good people. I
mean, it doesn't mean anything if you look. There's a phrase in the business called "fake it till you make it," and they just happen to fake it to make it. He just holds up his hand.
Then what the fuck am I?
A very good person.
We could be asking me the same question.
You saw what happened earlier with that spell is of the 5th circle of power. It should have completely destroyed me.
Just because
but I just stood there and cut it in two, and I was fine, just like my parents taught me. Right?
What I'm saying isn't that they lied, like, to you. They lied to get to where they are now and are living off of that lie to maintain this position of power. It's pretty common, especially in Waterdeep.
But they're great adventurers. They have to be. They trained me to be what I am.
Just for a moment, you were able to get so much stuff handed to you because of them, right? which means their name has been in a position to get things handed to them. So I'm not saying that they don't have the power now. I'm just saying somewhere along the storyline of their tales, it was stretched potentially a little thinner than it should have been, but people believed them, and it's genius. I might even steal this strategy.
I mean, I think we could all benefit from it.
Dang.
It's even better if you have people that you can pay off like bards to help you spread those rumors.
But my thesis was based on trying to understand them and why they did what they did. It only occurs now to me that I don't know what they did.
You hear a laughter in the background. Well, it sounds like your thesis may be a lie. You guys did not notice, but while you were talking, there was this older person who ended up walking in and sitting at one of the tables, just watching your conversation. This is an older person that has this green robe, very whitish hair, well, very Gandalf-esque looking, I guess the best way to kind of put him. And he has a little fox friend that is on that seems to be
when the
hanging
fuck
on
did you
top
get
of
here?
him. Well, y'all were arguing so hard that not even Grabnon could hear me come in, right, pupil?
Okay, you know what? Fair.
Oh, it's you.
Do you remember this character's name from your backstory that I gave you like the first week?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, is this your dad too?
No.
I have to ask that in
By the side of the
character, by the
pupil,
way.
it's his druid trainer.
It doesn't mean that he can't be a dad too.
Yes.
You were your dad's pupil, weren't you? It could still be.
I don't know that anymore.
Who am I?
Well, you were trained by him.
Do you need me to give it to you, Grand Oscar, or do you have it?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's way back in Facebook history.
I know. I had to pull everything from Facebook, all to try to get ready for tonight too. So
Desperately scrolling up.
yeah, pretty much.
Everything I do is all in Discord for a reason.
Right off.
You could do Control F
Right
to
off.
find in
Where did
Facebook
you come
as well.
from?
When nature sways me in with the wind in mysterious ways, or when a bunch of buffoons are arguing all the time, I can easily sneak in and get a drink.
Oh, you. Well, it's good to see you.
Oh, of course. How is the druidism going, my friend?
It's great. I can predict the weather every day, turn into an ox.
So you are becoming one closer with nature. I am proud of you, my pupil. But
Thank you.
But it looks like you're not alone anymore, so you did heed my advice and found a group to work with.
And they're quite a colorful bunch.
Clearly, if they're talking about lies, deceit, and what did you align yourself with?
I'm gonna hold up the
No,
necromancer hand.
it's not about
This.
me.
And he grabs the hand.
I think
Did you?
I'm starting to become aware of a
interesting way to
potential conspiracy, actually.
Everhold, I don't give a damn. Give me a second. As he puts his hand up and interrupts you, Calibran. You ran into the Fey necromancers.
Yes,
I thought
that guy.
I thought I had some of my some owls in that area telling me that there was some Fey that had been had put refuge there. Good job, and he throws a hand back at Mala. All right,
I knew
Everhold,
this
what
hand
were
would
you
come in
saying?
handy.
I was beginning to. I was saying.
You're having an existential crisis. I understand. Look, we all have them all day. You just need to talk to nature to understand how things work.
I don't think nature's is gonna help
I
him
don't.
in this situation.
I'm not particularly well versed in the natural magics.
Well, clearly, the magics that you have are a lie, so why not think about druidism?
Does this look like a lie to you?
I hate to break it to you, but I
creates
think that
a prestidigitation of a little sparkle above his finger.
Oh, that's cute. As he ends up snapping his finger and about 30 frogs enter the tavern.
I gotta say, I think the druid magic is a bit more
Wait,
impressive.
does this mean that Gramnock can now be a frog and a fox? 'Cause
Correct.
I want
Hey,
to be.
cool.
I want frog nom.
Frog nom.
What was the?
Chiron could walk around with
Is it
Gramnon in his pocket and be like,
Is that a
"We."
familiar or an actual fox?
This is my actual companion. Her name is Dixie. Dixie has been traveling with me for as long as I've been in the area.
Dixie Fox. I love it.
Does she like ear scratches?
Of course she does. Dixie, you
Yeah,
can
give
get
her some.
down as the fox kind of goes off of Redoth's shoulders and kind of goes looking to get head scratches from Haru.
Chiron's gonna become a little
What's funny
protective
is
right now.
that squeak is probably the same sound that the fox makes.
You're probably right.
I thought it was
Chiron's
wing
gonna be a
ding
little
ding
bit.
ding.
That was a good one.
Chiron's gonna be a little protective of Snickers' couch when the fox gets close.
So anyways, I'm glad I actually ran into you, Gramnom. We have a little bit of a problem back in Thunder Tree.
Oh, what might that be?
We might have gotten another visitor that has come by that you need to come with me and help me take care of. We might have had a green dragon come in and take lair there, and we don't want a dragon this close to Fendalen.
Oh no.
Goodness. No, of course not.
A
I was-
dragon.
I was here to come get you, but then I noticed that everyone else was around, and if this is your traveling party with a bunch of overpowered weirdos like you, we probably deal with it.
I'm weird. Why does everyone keep saying I'm weird today? Like,
You have
Look,
red skin,
What?
pointy ears, and blue hair.
Look, Tiefling, I've seen a lot of weirdos in my life. You're not the weirdest weirdo I've ever seen before.
but you just said I was weird.
You're all weirdos. I'm a weirdo. I live with animals. Come on.
So adventure. It does kind of come with the territory of adventuring, to be honest.
Weird.
At least
Yep.
that's what it seemed.
I think you found a new goal for your thesis. Find the connection between being weird and being an adventurer.
I just thought.
Well, that was one route I was thinking of taking, but it doesn't seem quite satisfying enough.
It works.
Anyways,
Well, I would love to help you. Are you?
Are you an adventurer?
Gramnom, continue that. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Well, I would absolutely love to help you. And I would want to turn to the rest of the party and be like, would you guys like to accompany us and help out?
But I have always kind of wanted to see a dragon up close.
How recently has the dragon been around?
How up close?
The dragon just recently came into Thunder Tree. That is the only reason I came back here, because I knew my pupil was here and I wanted to test his abilities.
Would you please stop making jokes of that nature about me? I find it very uncomfortable.
Someone said, "How up close?"
Oh,
me.
it took me a second to get that.
Meanwhile, I didn't catch it because Chiron's just thinking about how big this thing's horde might be.
Exactly. Dragons, hordes.
I guess, sure. There's.
If we fight it, I want one of its teeth.
Cool.
Yeah, that could be a really cool thing to put on my horse.
Hell, you can take its whole wing if you want, if you just get it off of my land.
There you
Fuck yeah, I'll
go.
take the wing. You kidding?
A wing would be really hard
They
to
say
put on a
dragon
horse.
skin can make very good armor if you can get enough.
Adventurers
not
always
made
out to just try to slay them dragons. Or lay them, depending on if they're a bard. But that's fine. At least there's no
So what I'm hearing
bards
is
around here.
we need to descale and then let me take the wing. of the dragon.
As long as you get rid of the dragon, I do not care. I just want it off my land.
I think this is time for our buds.
Unless we, this party does randomly decide not to kill things every now and then, and sometimes to kill things that we didn't.
Our
need
task
to.
is to
It's
kill,
very...
so we will kill.
Well, it was get off land, not necessarily kill, but we could capitalize with the scales since we are trying to gear ourselves. So it could be a good use of a more Chiron's gonna long pause druidic approach of not wasting any bit of this. I mean, have you ever eaten dragon meat?
No, but I want to now.
I suddenly want to now.
Rydoth just approaches you as you say this, Chiron, and Rydoth is a big burly person. He's a 6'5" human, so he really
he's a big hunky man.
He's a big hunky man. It's like,
but how hot is he?
So you do know of our ways, little tiefling, and he
Is
pats
he
your head.
Halcyon hot?
So you do know our ways, and he pats Chiron's head. As long as you preserve the druidic way, just get that thing off my land. Also, be careful of the zombies and the cult members that have happened by, and then he transforms into a squirrel, and him and the fox run off.
Like, I mean, that's a little bit more than just a dragon.
He's already gone. Doesn't matter.
What's the parents in lying? I guess it's not lying. That's just
was that even a parent?
Truth. I mean, it's close to a parent. Grimnum, do you have parents?
Who are your parents?
Well, 5,000 years ago, I certainly did.
So that's your parent now.
I don't have any parents, probably.
Aw, I give Haru some.
You can have my dad. Though
I don't think you want his dad.
Your dad is mean.
I mean, I'm a mom.
There you go.
Ellie, I can be a mom again.
Not Ellie playing with a random quote generator again.
Always.
It does funny stuff.
Oh, this one's great.
While all that was happening, could Andrus have been talking to Sildar to be like, hey, you need to tell the townfolk that, like, the bugbears are friendly and not going to eat them, and you also need to, like, find a way to distinguish between them and any other bugbears that were not convinced to see the light and goodness.
What was the lady's name in the Flame Shield again?
Sildar.
No, the lady.
Leanne? Leanne, yeah.
Yeah,
Callie will also mention, Leanne wasn't feeling well. She said for you to check on her later.
So Sildar did come down the stairs at about the point when you guys saw the Rydoth turn into a squirrel. So he just kind of goes down and is like, why do things keep getting weirder and weirder with you all?
Marika holds up Vixie.
Sildar,
oh yeah, the fox didn't go with him, did it?
No, the fox did.
Oh.
I suppose this is where the most of the townfolk gather during the day. Have you told them not to be frightened of the town's new hired help?
I will spread the word when I start seeing people. We'll put out I'll have the mayor introduce the bugbears, just like we did with the goblin that you brought into town.
Oh, by the way, how is that one doing?
Yeah, how is
he? He's built a workshop behind the inn, and all I can hear him is banging and banging and banging all night long. I don't know what he's building, but I hope it's interesting.
To be fair, he kind of came into town already. You guys didn't notice him.
He was already here.
we were like, oh, you're just a resident of the town. You seem like a nice guy, yeah. So, like, maybe you do need more watchmen and thus the bugbears would help with that. If you're
It
so
would.
scared of goblinoids invading,
I think that's enough of that.
I also want to point out you do kind of need some extra hands since you lost several civilians with the Red Brands ball.
It would be nice. So I guess if you find anyone willing to help protect while you guys are not around, that would be great. I guess these two bugbears will be our first new monster infantry unit. Interesting.
Can we turn it into a guild? Can we make a monster guild and then we could be cool like Calibran's maybe parents?
Hella cool.
Whatever happened to that other goblin that you guys turned into that leader?
I'm not sure.
We don't know.
We might need to give him a visit.
I mean, if you're serious about creating like a monster guild, he might be a good leader for it.
Okay.
Well,
he does have the clout.
Basically,
what's a cloud?
Just you have.
It's not what you're thinking.
What interest?
You just have to understand that these bugbears are basically children. They've never been taught right or wrong, but they want to learn. I gave them a piece of bread and it looked like it changed their life forever to be shown a single act of kindness. So maybe just like if you treat them well, you have no idea the good that could come from them.
Oh.
Plus, like, really, I think they'll do anything for food. So, like, you could probably like
To be fair, they are
imp them on the
usually
pay. I wouldn't advise it because that's kind of cruel. But like, if the town's not doing well, I just give them. They've never had cooked meat before, so like.
Yes, I was just thinking.
Would
since
you-
they are usually shunned from most societies, they probably have not had a decent meal in their lives, which is really sad if you think about it.
That is.
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
with
point.
Haru on that one.
Praise Halor. I'm gonna have to deal with all of this, but that's okay. It'll be fine.
I believe in you.
On a different note, not necessarily better. Linene said she wasn't feeling well and closed up shop early. Would you check on her every now and then, just make sure she's doing okay?
Oh, of course, not a problem. I need to.
I worry that something might be very wrong after.
Mary.
Well,
I
I
will-
probably actually shouldn't mention it because everyone I mention it to seems to have issues.
Some kind of headache or migraine after it.
Probably a good call not to mention it if it is mentally hurting people.
Yes, no.
Stilda, you came to this village a lot more recently in comparison to the other people here. Did you actually ever meet the Everholds before recently?
First time I met them was when I saw them gallivanting in the last time you guys came into town. That was the first I've ever seen of them. Heard of them, yes, but seen of them, no.
I looked to Calibrum like, this seems like the only person you could ask the question to. Go on.
Something's not right with them. I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to narrow it down quite yet. But nobody can remember any details about their exploits that make sense.
That is bizarre. Huh. Do you want me to keep an eye on them when they're in town then?
Possibly, but don't make it obvious if you can. I think something may be going on, and I don't know what to do about it because, like, it's whatever it is. It might have affected me too.
Look, my platoon back in Waterdeep was very good at finding, and he looks over at Chiron, certain individuals who may have been breaking crimes.
You Google. Stop. Sorry.
That's okay. We They will not know if I'm spying on them. You have my word on that.
I was gonna make a comment of you were able to handle the riffraff in Waterdeep. I think you can handle a couple of bugbears.
You will do great.
I
To be fair,
appreciate
you
your-
are from
and
Waterdeep.
pointed
We
a
had
wink
bugbears like just in the town quite often.
that look, I cannot help whatever friends you bring into town, but I at least can make them into my own platoon. Interesting. A monster platoon. You know what? Fine. He goes over to Elsa. You have the meat ready? Yes. He grabs the meat and is like, I'll take care of these bugbears, and if I see your parents, I will
Not confront them about it until we do.
I will keep my eye on them, and that is as far as I will do. I will not actually confront them. But I have new soldiers to train and old friends to keep tabs on. So if you need anything, just I guess find me here. Most of the time I'll be here, or at least Toblin will know where I am. So and you see him take
Indeed, we now have another job, and it's a bit of a doozy, actually. A dragon.
And a cult. And some
a dragon
zombies.
and a cult and zombies. That sounds like you'll have a great time. Good luck, adventurers.
Oh,
A
that is
great
a good point.
time.
Good luck, have fun, bye.
Indeed.
Stilda,
Yes. What could I?
you will definitely need all the help you can get because we had an encounter with a wizard of Thay, so they might be coalescing around. And I don't know about you, but I trust a bugbear a lot more than I trust a necromancer.
And you see him kind of rub his head in frustration again. If only Gundred Rockseeker did not put me on this crazy quest.
Can you ask for reinforcements from some of the other guild locations?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Can you ask for reinforcements from other towns and guilds?
I can try to, but it will take it'll take a while for them to get over to here.
It's better than nothing.
So out of character to make sure I have my memories correct. His parents didn't found the Lion Shields themselves, just the chapter in Phandalin, right?
Correct. Yes.
And yet somehow there were no adventurers actually there.
According
Because
to
apparently they're all dying.
According to the story, is correct.
Calvin thinks back to what he saw in that book when he signed in to become a member of the Lion's Shield. How many names were actually in the book?
You did notice that there were a lot of names over there. At least at least about 200.
What the actual crud?
Wait, what was the answer?
200?
There were 200 names signed into the book. It's a very large organization.
So it's a book that's the whole organization. Okay.
Correct.
It's not just the local
this
chapter.
No, not this local chapter.
It's got some sort of like magical ink linking the many books together at some point, I'm assuming.
Yes, correct.
Something about that still doesn't sit right with him, though.
Totally understandable. So if there's nothing else, I need to go deal with some bugbears.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very well.
Well, good luck with your dragon cult zombie problem.
I do not
Thank you.
look forward to this, but okay.
Hey, how to at least take heart. Perhaps we wouldn't actually have to deal with the zombies.
Oh, you are right. Maybe they listen to me.
And Sildar exits and does his stuff with Yeah.
Should we at least take the night here? Before we leave though, I'd like to sleep in a bed for once.
That is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot to think about, it seems.
I feel like a lot of us do.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It looks-
I was gonna say the
Go
rest
ahead.
of the days is yours to do what you want, and when you are finished doing what you want, we will call it a long rest.
Well, first thing I want to do is Calibrin is probably just going to go alone to his room, close the door, and start reading through his spell book again, and trying to remember when he learned every spell that's in it, and try to correlate that with his training. And he's realizing something very quickly.
Especially if he
Yep.
does a history check.
Quick draw.
An 11.
Hello, it
So
isn't bad.
So as you're starting to read through your spell book, you're starting to notice at some points that there is some weird language you've never seen before in your spell book that seems to be uh granting you some of the powers that a normal wizard wouldn't get.
So I was just thinking about the fact that he only actually seemed to be learning spells recently.
Oh, I know. But I'm also saying that the ones that a wizard wouldn't normally get are written in a very weird language you have never seen before in your studies.
What? That's... Can he read it, though? Can he read the language?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
What? What is going... This... But this was what my father taught me, right? No. If that were the case, I'd be able to read it, right? This... He looks ahead to things that he has yet to master, like the next tier of magic. And he's like, what is... Alright, well, there's that then, but he sets the tome aside and draws his blade and gets into the typical fighting pose that his mother taught him, and goes through a few of the forms that has been drilled into him. Or did they?
Did they indeed? Haru,
Yes,
what is up?
Haruka is kind of just internally freaking out because she lost the ring that Amaterasu said she should keep on her, and she's just like, eh.
I mean,
And
still don't... I still don't think it was actually her saying that, but...
And then there was the whole Calibrin's parents might be lying to him and to like everybody. And so she's kind of sitting in her room playing her shamisen because it helps her calm down. And she doesn't like it. Well, she does like it, but
Yes, totally get it. Andrus,
That's me.
that is you. Just anything in particular you want to think about, discuss, do, since the day is yours?
No, that I think there maybe have a... Is there like a sauna in the town?
Good
Or a
question.
bathhouse?
Let's see here.
I know there was bathrooms in the inn.
There is bathrooms in the inn, but if you're looking for more like a bathhouse or something, so there is one kind of outside of the Sleeping Giant Tavern, which I am highlighting over there.
Looks a bit broken.
It is a bit broken. It's a little bit old. It's one of those natural ones.
I mean, it's
the
probably
sleeping
lost the
giant isn't
people that
as
were
dangerous as it used
maintained
to be,
by
you
it.
know?
Yeah. Then could I go possibly to like the provisions person? and
Sure.
Talk to them about maybe them taking over now that the Sleeping Giant Tavern's defunct. That like maybe letting some the townfolk take back the sauna would be a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, no, you could totally do that. That works out pretty well.
And that is what I will do with my day.
All right. So Andrus is going to go over to talk to Barthen for a little bit. Let me look ahead for a second. Hold on 1 minute. I need to look at something now. That's what I was looking for. Making me have to read ahead. Thanks, Eden.
I love you.
Oh, you do. Okay, cool. All right. So you enter into Barthen's provision, where Barthen is kind of not inside, but kind of behind the shop, mending to your horses. As she kind of sees you approach and is like, Andrus, what can I do for ya?
Hello. Yes. I was just thinking, with you being the, I guess the head of imports and business and building material and stuff, I was thinking, now that the hold on, where's the name of it? Where's my tab gone? I've lost it. The Sleeping Giant Tavern is no longer in operation. That maybe you should talk to the townfolk and maybe rework that and the sauna next to it to be another like relaxation hub or some such. It could get more travelers through.
Well, there was a dwarf around who wanted to start running her own tavern. Uh, her name is. I just saw it. Shit. Her name is Grista. She is staying at the Stonehill Inn. I can try to catch her the next time and see if she might be interested in sprucing the place up now that the red brands are not around.
I literally have nothing to do for the day, and
I mean,
the sooner the sauna's set up, the sooner I can use it. So I would be glad to talk to her for you.
By all means. I know she's staying at the Stonehill Inn. She's very hard to miss since there's not a lot of dwarves around here nowadays, especially with the with.
Oh, is that the one that Gramnom had the drinking contest with?
No, that's the barkeep at the Stonehill Inn. This is another dwarf that
wants to be a tavern keeper.
I mean, that's a lot of what dwarves' dreams are around here. So it's perfect. Like Grista, you'll be able to spot Grista a mile away. She has this beautiful flowing red curly hair and ends up looking like one of the most beautiful dwarves you've ever seen in your life.
You mean that's not Gramnom?
that is not Gramnom, exactly. These
I thought
crystal.
Gramnom was the hottest man.
I think about Gramnom, and then I think about how much longer and more luscious female dwarves' beards are, and I agree.
Yes.
She has these these twinkling crystal eyes, and whenever she talks, it's almost like a bard is singing to the world.
Well, it sounds like an ideal
barkeep.
Yeah. I guess I'll go talk to her and see what we can do for getting you some business for lumber and such.
Aye, that would be great. I'm sure she would appreciate the opportunity to end up making the Sleeping Giant Tavern the place to contend with the Stone Hill. That place has needed a competition for a while anyway. This will be perfect for our economy.
To be fair, I feel like the more popular the Sleeping Giant gets, the better the drinking contests between the dwarves you'll be.
My gosh, Gundred's gonna have such a blast when he comes back.
Waiting for it, waiting for it.
There we go.
The delayed reaction just makes it so much better, honestly.
Speaking of which, what happened to that dwarven buddy?
Is that seriously asked of, like, was that actually asked to Annie?
Yes, because Barthen
Okay.
doesn't actually know much about what was going on with
Oh,
Gundred.
well, some miscreants accosted him along the way, travel here, and we have yet to relocate him. But we suspect he is still out there somewhere, as he seemed to be carrying some information that ne'er-do-wells are looking for. So we hope to find him as soon as possible.
This isn't the first time he's been captured. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh, well, that's reassuring, I suppose.
Just make sure you start trying to locate him rather soon, because he hasn't really been captured for this long before, so it's a little concerning. But
we were hoping to find him when we went out for the last couple days on our war horses. Thank you again.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, don't thank me. Thank the Everholds. They're the ones who paid for it. So.
Oh, Silda probably hasn't told you yet, but we thought
perfect.
We thought it would be pertinent to get more hired help for the town, some more muscle. So I have brought in some new allies to protect you all.
You mean the glowing bread bugbears that have been shouting "glow" for the past hour?
Oh yes, lovely, aren't they? Just adorable little things.
They are rather
like 9 feet
adorable once you get past the shouting of glowing bread and the grunts that they get as they try to learn magic.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's just say you're going to sell a lot of flour. So
I might need to go get more trade routes from Neverwinter so I can get more flour in at this rate.
Exactly. A growing population is usually a boon. So
even if the growing population is about glowing, whatever, I'm not going to question it. Customers are customers.
It is a great boon.
Especially then.
Oh God.
Right. Well, I'm glad you've met them and realized that they don't pose as much threat as they appear.
I'm sure they will bring protection and some sense of comedy to our dull lives right now.
We can only hope. Right, I shall go get you even more business.
Thank you. I'll be looking forward to see what you and Grista are able to do to the Sleeping Tavern.
You fool, Suno! You have given every D&D like end game early. We're starting a tavern. We quit with the adventure. We're investors now.
I don't know.
You are
Massive
investors.
income.
We're starting a tavern, but can Chiron get free food? Because if he can't get free food, then he's still going to be adventuring.
Well, hey, what's better than a tavern attached to your new guild? You know, sounds like discounts for monstrous members.
Now we're thinking like business people. Maybe this is where the monster guild can be too.
Well, we will discuss that with her after other people have seen.
Oh, if only Caliburn was into these kinds of shenanigans.
All right, so while that is happening, I will go back to that in a minute. Graham Nom.
Me.
Anything you would like to do or talk about or anything at all based on the events that have happened today?
I want to scope out Chiron.
Okay. You are scoping out Chiron.
Chiron was just going to go to his room and try to talk to Snickers about lying to him when he could talk the whole time.
Hey,
and never told him.
Honestly, this could work out. So I guess I will combine Chiron with this as well then. Graham Nom, do you have any speaking with animal stuff at this point still or no?
Do.
It's always on.
Beautiful. Okay.
Well, we yeah, like we did a long rest and then we didn't actually do any combat, so all of my spells are prepared.
Correct. Yeah.
But you also have the always on one from Shepard.
Yes.
True.
Well, that one's odd.
That's an interpretation.
Yeah, so all animals can understand me, and I can like kind of tell what
vaguely what they're saying.
Kind of vaguely what they're saying. Like I can't actually understand them without casting the spell. But yeah, it's kind of cool. But anyway, I do have speak with animals prepared. I learned my lesson. So anyway, though, I guess I knock on the door if it's closed.
Oh, okay, so Chiron, you hear a knock on the door while you are apparently arguing with your rat.
Chiron will go to the door.
Hi, Chiron. I wanted to talk with you a bit.
Sure. Chiron stucks Snickers in his pocket in his pouch for now. Come in, and just pushes the door open. So,
all right, I go in. Yes. Well, thank you. All right. So here is the skinny. That drow fella from before, yeah?
Yeah.
He took Haruka's ring. And I mean, it wasn't exactly the most pleasant experience, but I'm thinking she might want it back.
So you want me to get it back?
Well, I was thinking of two options, right? So, I know you love sneaking into places, right? With your father and all that.
Uh-huh.
And I can also turn into a rat. So I was thinking maybe one of us would run a distraction and the other would secure the ring.
Chiron's face, he's just getting this big toothy grin.
Without killing the drow.
Oh, no. Why would I kill the drow? I just want to point out that Sildar might be a little bit wise to some of my shenanigans like this. So we might not want to do it in such broad daylight, or figure out a way to have Sildar distract it, like two bugbears.
Oh my god.
I mean out of character.
God.
Out of character. The drow guy isn't wrong because he technically stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he just took it. He didn't even ask.
Nope, you're right. He did flat out take it.
You think that's gonna stop Chiron from a challenge? Chiron's gonna go over to the table and start emptying a backpack. Putting everything on the table. Almost everything.
How many bars of soap are in that backpack?
Yes.
He'll keep his rope and his grappling hook.
So I'm guessing I'm running distraction.
Yeah.
Or maybe
First,
something like that.
so first we gotta find where the bugbears are and lead them to the opposite side of town in search of glowbread.
Oh my god.
Stop
Oh my
dragging my babies into this. Gonna get them in trouble.
You could drag me into it.
Yeah, Mala's way
Also true.
scarier.
Look,
Without killing the drow.
Look, we're not gonna do anything bad. We're just gonna tell them at that little farm down bottom. We heard that you can find some glowberries. We'll have Gramnam go plant some glowberries down there for them to find. That's not anything bad.
Could. Let's see. It's a minute, and that wouldn't last long.
Oh, it only lasts a minute.
Well, good berry lasts for 24 hours, but fairy fire only lasts for a minute.
I'm so glad. And a rogue working on a heist together. What the fuck?
Let's see. Okay, no. Druid craft can make like a glowing orb to predict the weather, but that only lasts for 6 seconds.
Chiron looks like he's got like ideas going. Way too many ideas.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what about? Nope, that's also a minute. Curses.
So I say we do this at least when it's a little bit later in the day. Give me some time to set up.
Agreed. By the way, I do have another spell that will allow you to speak with Snickers. Do you want me to cast it for you?
I was just yelling at him for lying to me. He'll pull Snickers back out. It seems like everybody's lying in this group right now. Well, not everyone, but I'm starting to question how many people are lying.
Has Callie ever lied to you?
Is Callie's whole life a lie?
Callie's whole existence is a lie.
At this point, he's not sure what's going on with the Everhold.
At this point, he doesn't even know what he is.
He's worse than Chiron with an existential crisis right now, and that's saying a lot. I mean, Chiron empathizes, but there's not much he can do. He does think it's the greatest heist of all time, though. He's like, man, I aspire to be like Cal's parents.
Oh, no.
The greatest sham of all time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not professional adventurers, they're professional gaslighters.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, no. Poor Callie.
Suno, are the inn rooms equipped with like paper and quill and ink? Like, is that something?
I'll say each of them has like paper, quill, inks, like something to write things. So that's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay. Chiron's gonna go over to a table and he's gonna take a piece of paper and he's just gonna start writing on it. It's gonna look like it's instructions to go into the Drow's house, to fetch several items and not discrete, or it's not gonna be descript on exactly what the items are. But then he's gonna sign it with his dad's name.
Ooh.
And he's also going to put in there somewhere that they're items that will help aid him in breaking Yarno out.
That may need some kind of roll, maybe sleight of hand. Because you're forging a signature.
It is a forged signature after. Have you ever seen any Well, I would assume you would have seen your father write things before, correct?
I'm assuming there's
There was
got to
the
be
legend.
ledgers or something like.
There was
Yeah.
It
So
was even.
I mean, in
something that he
Waterdeep,
wrote written
if
in the thing you took from the last heist.
yeah, there's also the fact that
good
he
point. Yeah.
ran, a shipping company in Waterdeep. I'm sure his signature was around somewhere.
So yeah, I think you should make a sleight of hand check to see how successful you are in imitating your father's writing and signature. Okay.
Passable, but not great.
If you looked at it super closely, you would see that there are some imperfections within some of the letters that are written into there. And the signature to an untrained eye seems okay, but if you look closely enough, you see that it's a little bit off. But you'd have to look pretty close.
Shrug, it looks good enough. I also do remember that Chiron has been playing off that he can't write at all this whole time. So
Grandma's just like, when do you learn to write?
I miraculously started to remember, just like how everyone forgot Cal's family. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez. All right, so
that was the prep that he wanted. Oh, Snickers, yes, Snickers.
Snickers, yes.
Chiron would have pulled out Snickers and put them on the table while he's doing this. I totally forgot about the rat. I was sitting here conspiring on how to work in some revenge here. Yeah, if it wasn't one, I would have been down for the Chiron was here.
Oh, that would be beautiful. All right, so you put Snickers on the table while you do this. That Snickers just kind of watching and squeaking away.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak.
Yeah, no, Chiron's gonna squeak back at him because he understand what's being said. Chiron accidentally said that Snickers' family is all dead.
Oh.
Was the first thing that came to
So,
mind.
did you cast anything on Chiron so we could understand
wait.
Squeakers, or what's? Because that's why you don't understand anything. Nothing's happened so far. You just like.
I'm pretty sure it's a self spell. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, like I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
Yeah, it's a self spell. I
Okay.
mean, I'll cast it. I don't plan on talking with any other animals today, so sure, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
So as Chiron is writing this letter out, you do hear Squeakers clearly say,
Squeakers.
That's Squeakers. This imbecile's trying to forge his father's signature again. This is gonna be annoying. This half the time this doesn't work. That's how he got caught the first time.
Sounds like there's a story behind that, Snickers.
Story behind what?
It says it's not the first time you are forging your father's signature.
Chiron just goes back to like reading over the note.
I mean, it's how he got caught by that Sildar person that you keep traveling with all the time.
Really?
I mean, after Sildar's infantry had found that letter, I was there when the whole thing happened. After that letter, it's when Sildar ended up capturing Chiron, and oddly enough, Andrus was there. Why was Andrus there at that point? That's bizarre, but it was like it was kind of a weird like situation because they were trying to smuggle goods, and then they captured the smuggle ring, and then Chiron got sold out and caught and almost got thrown into jail, but Andrus intervened. It was like a love story. Wait, is that why Chiron likes Andrus? Why didn't that idiot see it? And Sickers keeps rambling and rambling and rambling.
I'm just like Kremnom's just listening and it's like, whoa.
Talking about people who have secrets.
Biff, that was the best laugh I've heard in a while, so thank you.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Oh my god.
He's got a great laugh.
Honey.
Why won't he stop squeaking now?
It's kind of hard to translate this in real time.
So Squeakers looks right at Gramnob. Are you going to reveal to him that I just told one of his secrets to you? Huh? Huh? I caught you in a corner, didn't I, stupid dwarf?
What?
Meanwhile,
I'm in a
Gramnob's like-
corner.
Grandma's in this, like, what can you do to me?
Right. Do you want me to?
I mean, that's it's up to you. But I don't know. How would Chiron feel if you knew a little bit more about his past at that point, huh? Huh?
I don't know. But I know now.
Chiron's just staring at Grimnon now.
Grandma's just having this conversation with Snickers, just like, huh?
Snickers is telling me a little bit more about your history.
Chiron's just gonna turn a dark look to Snickers. Oh yeah?
I mean, I don't mind any of it at all, but man, that rat can talk.
He doesn't
It
take
says-
after me.
The spell is called Speak with Animals, not Animals Speak with You. Who knew they had so much to say?
I guess the
What's that, Snickers?
I literally got a doodle of that because I feel like the situation was gonna
I
happen.
mean, there is a well in Fendalin. I could easily make that joke.
How would Kelleran fall down a well
How would the rat know
from
this?
his room?
I think the more important question is, how would the rat know this?
True, right?
Well, I guess he's got a lot to talk about.
I guess
Why
so.
can he even talk like this? And like, how smart are rats normally? Is this type of conversation normal with an
No.
animal?
Not at all.
No.
No, he's
Mostly-
asking that in character. Like,
Oh.
Yes.
Mostly they just talk about food and you know where the
Wait a
biggies are
minute.
so they can avoid them and get
Wait a
food.
minute. You know who mostly just talks about food?
Chiron.
Chiron.
They're
Chiron's
made
for
for each
real?
other.
Chiron's really the pet here.
We switched bodies ages ago. This mystery has been solved.
Oh my goodness.
So why can you talk like this?
I'm a druid.
No, I mean I'm asking him.
Oh, why can Snickers talk like this?
He pokes at Snickers. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm used to just talking directly to him, and he squeaks back at me.
Ah. Why can you talk like this, Snickers lad?
I have a lot to say. What else?
No, not why. How?
Because I've seen a lot in my life.
How old are you?
He didn't notice I said that.
Wait, what?
He did say live.
Lives.
Oh, right. I was thinking about my response.
That's okay. You're good.
So you've lived more than one.
More than
Life.
one what?
He said he's lived lives plural.
How else can I keep an eye on this doofus? He wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for me.
Are you like a cat? Do you have 9 lives?
Yeah. That's kind of like the joke in Waterdeep.
Oh, the cat rat or something?
No. That Chiron is answering, thinking now that Gramnom's talking to him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is great.
Though if I'm counting, I am on like 7 or 8.
This is his 11th. He's
7
almost
or
died
8.
10 times in Waterdeep.
Oh
Don't
my
let him fool ya.
God. What an exciting life you lead.
I know I do, especially with all look. The only way I could keep my eye on him was if I had some bloody magic involved. Okay,
What sort of magic?
just I'm an immortal rat.
Ah, yes, that narrows it down. How'd you get to this condition?
Can't say. Will make me die.
Oh. Alright, maybe keep that one to yourself then.
I mean, unless... Do you want me to die? I can
Of
tell you.
course not. No.
Hi, baby. Sorry, Beans is.
Beans.
He wants the laser.
Beans is like,
Aw.
what about a rat?
Is there a rat around? Wait a minute. Look. Chiron's
Graham-
little... Sorry, what?
Gremnon accidentally kills Snickers. Suddenly, there's a black cat around.
Look, Chiron's a little bit slow with a lot of things, so I doubt he realized yet that a rat is not supposed to live as long as I have, so just keep the immortal thing between me and you, okay?
Alright.
Like, there's some weird magic thing that I can eventually reveal to you, but unfortunately, if I do, then my life has to be over.
Well, I wouldn't want that to happen. It'd break Chiron's heart.
I get it, but it will have to happen at
Doesn't
some
break my
point.
heart.
Oh, it will have to happen at some point when
Wait,
the time is right.
Gremnon speaking words. I'm sorry. I just realized that Gremnon might not be speaking words.
But the other thing is, whether you're speaking common or rat, the rat is understanding.
Okay.
So
Right,
it's really
and
Gremnom's choice if he's speaking in common or rat right now.
Well, it doesn't say any. The spell doesn't say anything about like if I'm speaking the language of like animals. It just says I can comprehend and verbally communicate with them. So
Okay.
Okay.
either way, really. But I was going to do something along the lines of like Gramnom didn't want to say anything about what the actual topic was, so he was going to be like, "Oh, if Andres were to leave the party or something like that."
It's just if the need ever arises to reveal my secret to save Chiron, then I'll do it. But I cannot say otherwise.
Understood, friend.
Just know that if I do anything weird, it's to protect him and nothing else.
Got it.
Even the part where he was controlled by some otherworldly being to talk to Haruka?
That was... maybe.
I mean, that was kind of weird, but...
That was kind of weird.
We don't question things.
We don't question things.
It's magic. We don't gotta explain shit.
Exactly, right?
But it has a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Of course!
All magic does.
Sufficiently advanced nature.
Now, if there's something else, this paper that he's actually writ this letter on looks very, very appetizing all of a sudden. As Squeaker starts to nibble on the other side of the paper that you've been writing on, Chiron.
Chiron's gonna try to shake his hand and scoop. No, stop! Don't! I
But
need
it's
this.
good! And he tries to nibble on it more.
You're gonna ruin the plan.
I need food!
He's hungry.
Chiron will pull out some rations and drop them on the table. Stop eating the paper.
And then Stickers just starts eating the rations. Stupid tiefling. Stupid tiefling.
Stupid tiefling.
Sorry, I was gonna frame you, but my dog ate my homework.
I wish I was the one that could talk, because I would ask why he's so protective.
I was about to have Gramnon ask, like,
You could do that.
are you with Chiron by choice, Snickers?
Yes and no.
Can you elaborate?
Chiron did save me from an event that he doesn't even realize. But so I am indebted to him for my immortal life. But at the same
Ooh.
time, I've also been told to. Never mind. And he starts nibbling away again.
All right. I hear you.
Nibble, 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 nibble.
You got a good partner, Karan.
Huh?
You got a good partner in Snickers fella.
Oh, yeah. He's been here forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Still, like,
More than you know, I say under my breath.
Tyron's like debating on whether or not he should rewrite this since now it's been chewed by a rat. He's like checking how bad it is.
Somehow it looks better.
Do you think I should rewrite it? Do you think they'll notice the damage on the paper? Is the damage bad enough?
It's not bad. It's just like a little nibble.
And like, but there's no telling where the damage came from. Could have been before,
Yeah.
could have been after, could have been something that was on the paper to begin with.
Could have
Before it
been
was
for
ever even
bugbears.
written.
They could potentially give it to you. Who knows? All right. Is there anything else for you two right now?
No.
Guess not.
Cool.
Until the heist.
Exactly.
Mal, I'm skipping you for now.
No worries.
Andrus,
It's me again.
you are back at the inn.
Yes, I'm looking for a red-headed dwarf.
You are
with the
looking
voice
for
of an angelic bard.
Yes, you are looking for there. When you enter, you don't really see a lot of. You still see Toblin and you still see Elsa, but those are the only two who are here. And it's like, you're back already.
Yeah, I went to the general store to talk to. Hold on, I'm trying to find the right tab. There we go.
Barthen.
Barthen. About possibly repairing the sleeping giant and the sauna, and they suggested I come and speak to. It was another name.
I probably should have written it down somewhere. I'm sorry.
It started with a G.
And now I don't remember it
Grisella?
either. Did you just say
Grisella?
Grintilda?
Grisella.
Grista.
Grista, that's it.
I was close. Grisella's a character in Gigantic.
I'm doing my part.
How do you spell that?
Right in resources.
Grista.
Grista.
Been told Grista might be interested in setting up in the old Red Brand hideout and making it a bit more of a tourist trap.
Elsa kind of looks up. Grista, my sister? You want her to Oh, okay. I don't know what she knows about cleaning a tavern, but kudos to you. I almost feel like my other sister Gwen would be better for something like that, but Gwen hasn't been in here for a while.
Oh, and where is Gwen?
She's probably over in Neverwinter somewhere. She's one of them famous scholars that goes and tries to find out things about the Sword Coast and then comes over here and then tells everyone about her experiences and journeys. God, she's awesome, but she's so annoying because she's such a know-it-all.
Oh, so yeah, sounds pretty familiar, pretty similar to the Everholds. Local town legend, possibly, in the family. I mean, I don't know if they'll be as legendary as your food, but...
Well, I mean, if maybe this would be a chance to get Grista off her lazy ass and actually do something. Here, let me go get her for you. And then she goes out and then upstairs. Toblin looks at you, is like, so Barthen wants you to use Grista to repair the tavern, huh?
Who was saying that?
Toblin was, sorry.
Toblin is
the innkeeper.
Right. Yes, I forget that. Like the she runs the like tavern down the bottom, and he runs the actual inn. Then
Correct.
right. Yeah. Well, like I just thought, I could really go for a dip in the spa right now, but no one's maintaining it. So, what better way to get more adventurers in than to offer them a place to bathe? A decent place to bathe. I know our group is actually pretty odd in how much soap we own. So
Toblin kind of chuckles a little bit. Well, maybe you'll be able to handle her. A lot of other people have been able to.
I'll handle her, all right.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
yeah. Oh, I'm. Whatever do you mean? I heard she has the voice of an angel or angelic tear bard. That's and beautiful red hair. Barthen seemed to have pretty high praise for her.
He chuckles. Oh yeah, pretty high praise to get her to actually do something. She's one of our laziest people here in Fendalin.
Well, maybe she's not lazy, and maybe she just hasn't had the opportunity to do something that she'd enjoy.
As you say this, you hear some shouting from upstairs. Grista, you gotta do something with your life. Get off your lazy ass and get down there. But I don't wanna. You always make me do everything. You hear this whining from upstairs.
Oh no. It's a teenager.
Oh no. Let's go fight the dragon.
How old is Krista?
In dwarven years, you could probably put her as probably an 18-year-old.
So early 70s.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, I'm glad you know about the dwarven age pretty well. How do you know about the dwarven age pretty well?
Well, it's kind of just the elven age, but shorter.
Yeah, touche.
Which is kind of just the half elven age normally. So actually, maybe a little longer.
Careful when you use the word shorter around dwarves. They don't like that.
So after a bit, you see Elsa push down another dwarf who was about the same height as her, but you do notice that she has these beautiful like red locks going down. She does look very young for a dwarf. Like there's no wrinkles on her skin, everything is like silky smooth. She has a very like soft face, almost like she hasn't seen a lot of work at all. She doesn't look like she's really built up any muscles, and she comes down with a lute in her hand. It's like, what nincompoop wants me to sing to them now? And Elsa kind of mouths, sorry, it's the only way I can get her down here, and pushes Elsa or Grista a little further, closer to you. Are you're the runt who wants me to play and sing for you?
I wouldn't be opposed, I suppose. Can I look at her lute?
You can look at her lute if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, show me that lute, girl. Let's go.
So, the lute, it seems to have been made of from a fine piece of dwarven wood. It seems to be handcrafted with an insignia of the insignia of man, my brain just shut off. Sorry, I had this planned and now it just died. With an insignia of a famous musician within the dwarven community. I will give you the name of that later once I have it. But within your travels, at least the saloon, you've known that this is kind of the one of the more famous musicians that the dwarves kind of inspire to be around if they take the route of the bard. So you have a bard dwarf in front of you.
Oh, it's I like your lute. It's forgive me, I forget the name of how to pronounce it, but and then I'll try rattle off the thing because the DM doesn't know the name.
Hold on, give me 1
please.
second. 1 second. I'll have it in a minute. I'll have it in a minute.
Improvisation is your
Improvisation.
strong. I believe in you.
You mean you've never seen you've never seen the Loot of the Cragstone before?
No, it's just been a long week, so words escape me. But I recognize the symbol. It's very. You should be proud of your loot.
Well, of course I
nice.
am. I'm the one who tried to learn how to play based on Cragstone's teaching. So, what do you want to hear? The Bard of the Drunken Sailor, the Bard of the Fist Fight, the ballad of the two dwarves who drank each other to death. Which one of those drunken shanties do you want to hear today?
Do you have anything about sleeping giants?
Not yet, but I'm sure I could write one down. Why?
Oh, there's a inn that opened up that is needing some help to regain its fame and good name. And what better than the best the best bard I've met in a very long time than to give it that thing. What's better than a tavern with a theme song?
I mean, I suppose you're right, but the Sleeping Giant Tavern's in shambles since the accident happened and the Red Brands went away.
Well, I had a lovely chat with Barth. So it's hard to read on the little town thing. Barthen.
Barthen, yep.
With Barthen, and I think I think they're willing to help whoever wants to take control of it to fix it up.
So you want me to work, in other words, right?
Well, I mean, hey, you can just be the face. You can be the owner. You don't necessarily need to be the one actually putting the things back together. You just need to tell them what you want it to look like. So you should look like you've got good taste.
So that means that someone like you who is capable can go and clean the place up and I can take all the glory?
Well, not me. I've got things to do, but I'd be willing to help.
Look, if you can get people together to help clean that junk up for when it got destroyed, maybe I'll think about actually doing something and maybe opening it up. But you gotta find workers to help out with it, because I'm not doing it myself.
If you own the tavern, no one can stop you from performing every night.
Elsa kind of looks excited. Please take the gig. Get out of my hair. Fine. Whatever. If you want me to, at least I can make a name for myself and not be stuck here as some human's wench making shit all the time. And she storms off.
I was still looking forward to hearing you play.
Don't mind her. She's just a little antsy. When you live in your sister's shadow the entire time, it kind of affects you in a sense.
I mean, don't mean to be rude, but are you much older than your sisters?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of the three. Gwen is kind of in between us, but she's already made a heck of a name for herself, like I said, as a scholar, so.
I suppose, yeah. I don't have any siblings myself, but I ran with a pack of children when I was young. I mean, by elf standards, I'm still finding myself, but so it's a trying time. She seems to have talent and personality.
Personality, yes, but all she writes about is drunken dwarven songs, so maybe this will give her the inspiration. Here, I'll put a notice on the board. Maybe some of the locals will go and help her to prepare the tavern by the time you get back into town after your dragon adventure.
Dragon.
Yeah, they seem to just accept any quest offered to them, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Yes. Hey, I mean, 'tis the life of an adventurer, right? But excuse me. Hold on.
Our DM over there is dying.
Just for a second. I'm good now.
Hey, I have a question. If the DM dies, does that mean the whole party dies?
Yes.
Yes.
The whole world implodes on itself.
Oh my.
Please don't die.
That's the point. Maybe your sister would care to, if we do defeat a dragon or find some tales, maybe she would enjoy hearing them and using them as muse.
That might not be a bad idea. Maybe you can actually get her off her lazy ass and actually do something. That would be the thing. But you mentioned a hot spring, right?
Yeah. We noticed it when we were taking care of, as Sildar would say, the riffraff.
Fair enough. She reaches under the cabinet. We've had the key for there for a while since the sleeping giant tavern got taken over. So here's your reward for it. It's yours. Do what you want with it. And she throws you the key.
I will do my best to catch the key and graciously accept.
It's I don't know what those red brands did to it, so I don't know the conditions of it, but it should at least be usable for you to relax if you need to.
You walk in to see the shattered bar.
Well, I can't do it today, but maybe in the morning before we leave, I can do my best to purify the waters. And I'll clear out any rubble so that all of you in town can use it to your desire until more can be done with it. I'll just leave it unlocked.
Beautiful. It's been a long time since we've been able to use that spring. When the Red Britons took over, they kind of took over the place as well, so.
Also, no one's gone and confiscated their leftover alcohol. That seems like free pickings for the inn, if you think about it.
And she kind of looks at the innkeeper for a minute. It's like, I'll be back in a minute, and then she runs out.
Now she walks in first and sees the shattered bars, like, aw.
I mean, just because the bar is shattered doesn't mean the storage, like, underneath it is. You'd have usually got a storeroom. Sure, there's something there.
So a little bit of time passes, and you see Elsa return with about like a dozen bottles that were not broken. It's like, thanks to the scoop, this is gonna keep us at least with one less order I have to put in.
Yeah. And hey, maybe you can use a few of one or two bottles to get some of the townsfolk to help with Gristle's endeavors. Get Grista's endeavors. Get her out of the out of your care a bit.
Once I put the notice up tonight, I'm sure people will be rushing to help out tomorrow. Anyone will do anything for some coin around here.
Yeah, don't say.
Also, you've got some new muscle in town. All you'd have to do is offer them a bit of bread and maybe some cooked meat.
Those crazy bugbears who've been shouting out of the sister's house since they came here.
Yep. Lovely. Trust me. They are the softest, fluffiest people at heart. They're just very, very inexperienced in the ways of literally everything.
And loud.
If you treat them with kindness, they'll probably do just about anything you wish.
I will keep that in mind because we might need some bodyguards around here if you all are going to be leaving
Actually,
again soon.
If Grist is looking to go into management, yeah, could get you out. I'm sure for a song or two, they'd be willing to do whatever she wanted. And she looks like she could use some friends.
That's not a bad plan, cleric. I like how you think.
I'm just trying to make sure that as many people have as many opportunities as they can.
For someone
Everybody
who has,
deserves a second chance.
for someone as goody two shoes as you definitely are very understanding of other creatures in this realm.
Doesn't that make
it
a good two shoes?
I do my best to understand that most evil is not inherent and it's learned. So if you give the opportunity for someone to unlearn it, generally they will take it.
Just be careful who you say that around. There are some people who, especially around here, who do not have that viewpoint.
Well, hopefully there are two new good examples of why that's wrong.
I truly hope so. Maybe this could be the change that this place needs for the better.
I shall leave you to it and go make sure that the others aren't up to no good.
Start making trouble in the neighborhood.
Dun dun dun.
As well as obviously check out the spa, but I feel like I've been away from them for too long, and
Well, I mean, what possible trouble could anybody have gotten into by this point?
Too much.
Too much?
I mean, nothing that could tarnish the Everhold name, and
I haven't done anything yet.
All right. So, Chiron, Grand Nom, how long are you waiting until you put your plan in action?
Like, what are you thinking? Sunset or sundown?
Sundown's probably better.
Okay.
But I don't know. Sunset might be better if we're actually going to do the bugbear shenanigans. Sunset might be the better option.
Maybe.
Because, they got to be able to see the shiny bread or the shiny berries. So I guess at night, the shiny berries would be better.
Right, if they're
them.
actually glowing.
Yeah. Let's go with down. Sundown.
Okay. How are we getting them to glow?
I thought you could handle that. Like, legit Chiron would have thought that all spellcasters could do that.
I can make things glow for about a minute or so.
Yeah, keep doing that multiple times. Fine.
I only have one prepared.
Shit.
Damn. So that plan won't work. So we just do it without the bugbear distraction then.
Alright, so I distract him at the door and you sneak in the back.
Yeah. I'm good at sneaking in the back.
Aye.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I couldn't resist either.
I just give Chiron finger guns.
So you're going at sunset for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So as I'm going to switch over to Mala for before we do that last part for right now. So hi Mala, how you doing?
Hi.
I just also want to say, did Haru get anything too? You forgot Haru.
No,
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, I didn't. That's
Because
Haru
you
a
just
while
said you're
ago.
getting. get just because you just said get Mala, I just it's fine.
No, I know. Haru is more still having existential crises in her head.
Okay.
All the time, 24/7.
It's okay.
And
Deep
it's
down in his soul, Chiron is always having.
yeah, and it's hard for her to resolve those existential crises until we run into more existential crises.
Yeah. Gotta have
They'll
more
cancel
trauma to
each other
solve the
out.
current trauma, and then
So Haru,
eventually.
I am sorry this has not been too focused on you today. I feel really
No,
bad.
It is absolutely fine. I've been trying to brainworm things.
She's been playing with the prompt thingy.
Prompting. Okay.
Providing us with quality memes.
Yes, very quality memes.
All right, so Mala, this will not be too long, but
That's fine.
You've been wandering around Fendalen while everyone else has been doing their stuffs, and this time around you find yourself outside of Barthen's Provisions. I'll just put you over there. Something drew you
That's
to this
rather
location.
convenient.
Yeah, something kind of drew you to this location. As every time you have walked past here, you have noticed that you've gotten a little bit of a headache when being around this particular building.
Okay. You know what we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring in Dimp.
Hi, Dimp.
Is it Dimp
Which
like 4 at this point?
Is what?
Doesn't matter the number. But Dimp is going to be a little fae.
Hi, Dimp. Hi, little Fae Dimp.
The Fae Dimp is able to go invisible.
Cool. So the Fae Dimp has gone invisible.
Yes. I am going to personally see if I can't like talk with Barthen and have my Fae try to seek out this cause of my headache.
Okay, cool. So as you kind of approach, you do enter in with your invisible Dimp, and Barthen kind of greets you. He's like, hi there, little one. What can I do for you?
Not much. I was just coming to see what all you got. Also, I've got a couple questions.
Oh, of course.
Main question. If I were to bring some dragon scales in, who would be able to make that into some good light armor?
I'm not really the one who does that. That would be probably Lynn. Oh my god. But Lion Shield lady. Brain forgot name for a second. Lenine, thank you. That would probably be a Lenine thing, since she's very good at crafting scales from probably the dragon scale armor you'd be looking for. That's not really my specialty. You can do an investigation check with your Fae whenever you'd like.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just happen. Doesn't really have any bonuses. No.
All the Fae inside of this building sees is just wood, no weird color. Everything looks kind of normal within the shop. But your headache also isn't that strong while you're inside the shop.
Okay. I mean, second question. Would I be able to go see my little horse?
Why, of course you can. I have all the horses in the stable in the back. If you want, I can give you some horse feed and you can go feed them for me, since it's been a while.
That would be amazing.
Of course. And she hands you some horse feed. That'd be enough to feed the 6 horses back there.
Okay. I will go ahead and just kind of walk out. And as I'm walking out, once I get out there, I want to have my Fae do another investigation.
Cool. You may do another investigation. Nice.
Okay.
As your Fae
better.
looks around, there is nothing out of the ordinary outside of Barthen's Provisions either. Like, the building itself seems to be clear of what you're looking for.
I'm trying to think back in character to when I had Dimp the Imp flying around this area. Because I remember he had found something of significance.
Yes. What he had noticed is that there might be something behind the provision, very close to where the stable is. Because right here is a stable as well as a little well.
Got it. All right. Me and
No, Calibrand is not going to fall down the well.
Hang it.
What's that, Snickers?
Right, me and Dimp are gonna go back there.
Okay. The horses are over there, kind of like neighing at you as they see the food.
I will go ahead and just feed the horses and have Dimp make an investigation.
Go ahead and roll for investigation.
I understand this is technically... Oh.
Ugh.
I understand this is technically not how familiars work. However,
this
it's
is
different kind of familiar.
Right. So the Fae is very distracted by the horses and is more interested in them than helping you right now.
Okay, fine. I will go look after, like, telling Dimp to feed the horses. They can just be not invisible now. Doesn't really matter all that much. It's just so it doesn't spook the horses too much.
Fair enough.
Then I will go ahead and make an investigation.
Cool.
I actually have bonuses to this.
You do. As you wander around the back of Barthen's provisions, you notice that the closer you get to the well, that is to the right of you. It's kind of where your token is right now, so I can't exactly ping it.
Falling down the well.
The closer you get to the
I don't know about
well,
falling.
the well is like right here. The closer you get to this well, the worse your headache starts to get.
Well,
okay.
well.
So I've got a question.
Shard.
Is the headache kind of like a hot and cold thing where if I look more towards the thing that I'm looking for, it gets worse?
Correct.
All right. I will look at the top of the well to rule that up.
It is not... your headache is strong, but it doesn't feel like that's the spot.
All right. Now I will go ahead and look in the well.
You almost faint from the amount of pain your head is in.
Got it. If I go down the well, will I be able to withstand it?
It is about 20 feet below.
I can just walk.
Yes.
The distance isn't the issue.
Right. You would probably be able to, as long as you do a strength check to climb down it, essentially. That'd be the only way you can get access under it, though.
Joke's on you.
Or you can just use spider climb, because I forgot about that.
I can just walk on walls.
Cool. Then you are walking down this very, very dark well.
Just imagining Barthen looks back and sees this and he's like, what the hell?
Spider-Mala.
You have dark vision, right?
I
think you
believe I do. Double check. Dark Delirium, Heart of Darkness. I've got lots of darkness stuff.
Now all you need is like a spell that lets you turn your head 180 degrees.
Oh god.
I don't believe I have dark vision. However, I do have prestidigitation.
Okay.
And fairy fire. Which I could use that too. But also I'm just gonna prestidigitation at full light.
Alright. So you do make your way under to this well, and I am actually have a map for this. Haha. However, for the sake of how things are,
Thank you.
And I apologize to the rest of you. I only want Mala to see this particular thing.
All right.
I am sorry.
The viewers will see it, so it's
exactly. So Mala,
don't
you can
watch this.
right over here.
Don't watch the
Yeah.
video. Is what you're trying to say.
Actually, no, that's perfect because Mala cannot see everything in here. Beautiful. Never mind. That worked out perfectly. Okay. So you kind of go into the very bottom of the well here. It's a very big cavern that seems to be in the bottom of here. The cavern is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's about it stretches quite a ways. It would take a bit for you to walk from one side to the other, but it's very like deep and hollow down here. But your headache seems to be the worst at the little bucket that's at the very bottom. That's the thing that's like scooping up the water for the well. And you notice that inside of there, that the bucket itself was made with one of the black shards you're looking for.
Okay. That comes the question of how to extract it without drawing too much attention.
Can you roll a history check, please?
Yes, I can.
You recall when Paget came to visit you that one night, they had said that he did not want you to collect the shards but mark where they were for a later time.
All right, well, marking something down here doesn't seem like the easiest task.
Mm-hmm.
At least something visible to someone who is coming into the town.
Right. Also, you can all watch the VOD to see this part because it doesn't reveal much of this cavern, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in one spot.
Yes.
All right, I've got an idea. I'll just walk back up the well.
All right, you climb back up the well. Beautiful. We are all back in Fendalen now. Beautiful.
Let's go back to where I am. And then I'm going to go ahead and just bring the bucket up.
Okay.
Find something to jam the gears a little bit. Just enough to where it's like most people would kind of give up and find somewhere else to get water from.
You could probably jam it with some type of stick in the mechanism if you try hard enough, I would say.
Okay. I will go ahead and just try and do that.
Good. Give me a strength check, please. With advantage.
Oh, yeah, strength. With advantage. Go. 15.
Beautiful. So, as you jam the stick into the mechanism, your hands glow green for a second as the force of something is giving you more power than normal, and it lodges itself in there, almost destroying the mechanism with it locking it up.
Okay, well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but yeah, that was a little bit sloppy. Not quite what I had in mind, but it works. We're going to go ahead and on the bottom of the bucket, just etch a small X.
Beautiful. If you want to mark that on your map, you're more than welcome to. And if you want to mark that, because you did that with the sleeping giant tavern, I noticed. So with the purple, if you want to do the same thing over where you are and then the same thing at the Shrine of Luck, that might not be a bad idea. So you can keep track of where everything is. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, things are getting spicy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right, they've been marked, and go back to kind of feeding the horses, petting them.
They neigh in appreciation, even though they're all looking at you weird for destroying a
perfectly good well.
Yes.
Vital piece of infrastructure.
Yes. It's a good thing you don't have someone who can talk to them around.
Yeah. With that, I will give each of them one last little pet, and then me and Dimp will now just kind of go back to the main road. And probably that should be good.
Beautiful. Okay. Are you going to return the feed to Barthen, or are you just going to keep it for yourself?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and return the feed.
Okay. She's like, I heard a loud noise back there. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Thank you for feeding the horses. I guess if you need anything else, just come on by. But remember, those scales would be better at the Lion Shield Coaster, not here.
Got it. Sounds good to me.
And she's like, come back anytime, you hear?
How about making a weapon out of a dragon wing?
Look, I don't know how to make weapons. I just talk to someone else.
Wait, how many people in the party do we have?
6.
So, how do you divide 100 by 6?
Unevenly.
Yeah, not
Very
evenly.
unevenly.
It'd be like 18 point something, I think.
Dun, dun, dun.
16.6.
16.6 repeating.
But he has the silver to give everybody 6 silver. So he's gonna divide that in a way that gives everybody 16 gold
As even
and
as
6
possible.
But so eventually you all get 16 gold and 16 silver from the
Okay.
6 silver.
Hey,
reward.
thanks.
And 6 silver,
So
sorry.
now I need to do 53 minus 30. I have 23 silver left.
Nice.
Okay, so now sunset has hit.
Bam.
And the heist has started.
Alright, Chiron, are you ready?
Plays plays like
I'm all
Pink Panther music.
On. I think
wish
you're
I
muted.
could.
I'm muted because I got up to go to the bathroom.
Whoops.
It's my turn to do that. I'll be
How
right back.
much gold? How much gold?
16 gold and 6 silver.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Chiron's gonna be like, I'm always ready. That's what you missed. That's it.
Alright. Alright, so I will have Gramnom go to... It's this house, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So, alright, I am going to go to the front. And when I have him distracted, you'll sneak in and grab the ring.
Sounds good. Hopefully this guy isn't a hoarder and has a million things in his house. That would make it hard
Hopefully
to
he
find
doesn't
anything.
have a hopefully he doesn't have a room full of identical rings for some reason.
Well, why do you think Chiron emptied a backpack? Just in case if, there's extra stuff to grab.
All right, so I guess I need to start with Chiron making a stealth check, please.
You ready for me to fail every roll?
I mean, I
Okay.
could slap a blessing on you first, or guidance, not blessing.
Well,
Guidance.
So guidance before got a guidance, is that what I'm hearing?
Of course.
Okay.
Preemptive guidance.
That's what, 1d4?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Cool. All right. So, Chiron starts to sneakily go behind the Eatermath orchard while Gramnom is in the front.
I knock. Hello, Mr. What's your name?
Mr. What's your name?
Mr. What's your name?
Chiron's gonna face palm when he hears that.
Go away, it's night.
It's sundown, my good man.
It's still night. What the hell do you want? I'm busy researching.
I wanted to regale you with some stories of my past that I remembered.
You hear a lot of scrambling happening in there again. Like you hear papers scrambling, books being closed, things being locked up, and then he smashed open the door. You have some stories about your past?
Hey, I do.
Then tell me about your civilization. And he grabs you and he pulls you into his house.
Well, now hold on just a second. I kind of like try to pull him to keep him kind of in the entryway.
Opposing strength, please.
Oh my god, he's excited. All right. Hey!
Oh, yeah. No, that works.
All right, so the Bloodforge line suddenly gives you this untold strength where you wish you had this during your final fight at Thunder Tree, where
Right.
all of a sudden you're able to just stop him in his tracks. Man, you're okay. What do you want if you're this persistent? I just want you to come inside so I can write these stories down.
Oh my!
Ah, but the best stories are told. Actually, okay, now that I'm kind of inside, can I get like a scope of the place? Like, what's it look like? Like, how far away from like his back study room or where like he would likely keep the ring could I keep him safely?
All right, so with looking at this place is an absolute mess. We're just looking inside. There's books scattered all over the place. You don't even really see like a floor with the amount of books that there are. You see scrolls with things written on it, ink just everywhere. It looks like there is another room, which is his bedroom, kind of in like the very far back. But you also see that it looks like that there's a locked chest over on this side of the building itself, where
can we see it from where we're standing?
You can see it from where you're standing because it's kind of stuck in a corner.
Is there a room I could take him where it is not?
There really is only one room plus a bedroom, and I doubt he will let you go inside his bedroom if he's been researching in this main room.
Entryway it is.
All right, fine. So he kind of sighs. He's like, fine, just let me gather whatever materials I need, and then you can tell me about something about your civilization at least. So he goes
Of course. You're going to want to latch onto every word.
So he runs in, he grabs a couple of books, a scroll and a pen, and he also grabs a lantern. As you're looking around, you do notice that there is a window that seems to lead into a closed... Well, you see a closed door, and Chiron, you do notice that behind there is a window that seems to lead into what looks like a bedroom.
We'll go in that way.
Beautiful. The door, the window is locked, of course.
We're gonna pick the lock. Or try to open it.
You can try to open it with a sleight of hand. You do it very, very quietly and very successfully. As not even Snickers would be able to be that quiet trying to pick something. You just open it up very, very stealthily and sneak your way into the bedroom. During this, the drow kind of reapproaches. He's like, "All right, what's your story then?"
All right. So, where to begin? There we were, okay? There we were at Thunder Tree.
Have fun.
I know, right?
How good is your improvisation?
I'm gonna make you do this for a little bit, Grandosco.
Great.
Have fun, buddy.
Exactly.
I gotta go make some tea. I'll be back.
Nice. Tea. There we were at Thunder Tree. Enemies closing in from every side. Rain pouring on our heads and down our backs, huddled up together with our armor, our shields, our weapons, and a dream. How long do I have to go?
You're good for right now. I'm gonna make you start talking at random spots. So just be prepared for some type of thing as go on. And I'm just letting you know, in order to make this more interesting, depending on how intriguing your story is going to affect rolls that Chiron's going to have to make. So
Lovely.
be prepared for this. All right. So Chiron, you do successfully go inside. The bedroom is actually very neatly kept, which is surprising based on how the other room looked. You see a couple of you see like 2 dressers, a bed, and also a doorway that you kind of hear Gramnom's voice kind of rumbling on the other side. You can kind of tell it's very far away though.
I'm gonna first check in this area to see if there's anything that might contain jewelry.
Okay, do an investigation check, please.
This is where I suck.
All right, so you kind of look around in there, and you do notice that there is some that in one of the dressers is 3 rubies, and in another one is 2 rings.
Those rings and rubies are no longer there.
Okay, you have 3 rubies and 2 rings. 3 rubies, 2 rings. Congratulations.
And I assume neither of the rings are the ones we're here for.
They are not.
I don't think Chiron got a good enough look at the rings, so he's just gonna steal any rings he finds. No one asked him if
Surely
he knew
if I
what it
take
looked
all
like.
of the rings, it's gonna be one of them.
Surely.
Truly.
I'm gonna go over to the door and just kind of like try to crack it and peek to see what's going on in the other room.
Gramnom, continue your story, please.
All right. So then, we see on the hill a giant figure approaching. Lightning crashes, illuminating a silhouette just for a wee moment. But that moment was all we needed. Our general, let's see, what was his name again? Palin?
Yes, Palin.
Palin. Our General Palin shouted a rallying cry, and we charged up the hill towards our foes.
Stealth check with advantage, Chiron.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So you do notice Gramnom, as you're telling this story, you do notice that the door in the back does open up, and you do see that Chiron does kind of look at you for a second, with kind of like a wink in his eye, being like, "Good job, keep up the good work." But you do notice that Chiron, that this is the main room. There's a lot of books skewed all over the place. There's a chest to the right of you that you need to make a couple of checks in order to get over to there, but you just see a lot of books and a lot of bookshelves and a lot of mess and nonsense everywhere.
Do I recognize, like, does any titles pop out at me as something that might help Haru with her existential crisis?
You can
Her
do
state
an
of
investigation
existential
check.
crisis.
Gramnom's story.
No.
Oh, God. We met our foes head on. Our spears and axes, swords and shields clashed against their own. Let's see, what was their own juggernaut of a warrior took out several of our own with a single swing.
All right.
Chiron's just getting into the story.
I will. So Chiron, you are invested at this story since you've never really heard a lot of that last battle. But you're kind of looking, but you keep more listening to Gramnom's story than looking through the books, so you don't really see anything.
Chiron's just gonna grab a couple on the way over to the chest. And put
maybe
them in
this
the
one, maybe
bag.
this one, maybe this one. How many are you gonna grab?
3.
Okay. You have 3 books that will be identified after this ridiculous thing is over.
Oh my gosh.
The
This is
perfect
amazing.
All right. What's your next move, Chiron?
Going to the chest to check it out.
Cool. Gramnom, continue.
Okay, just real quick.
Yep.
I would love it would be so funny if this could happen. It can't, but like if like in the middle of this I just gave up and was like charm person. But I don't have that.
It's like,
So
I have no fucking idea what I'm saying anymore. Fuck it. No.
This is great. Just start improving off of whatever Chiron's doing.
that'd be awesome, right? So it was clear to us that a frontal assault wouldn't work. So our general called us to fall back and feint a surrender, so we could sneak around to the side and flank them.
Wait a minute. That's not what the myth book said, though.
It's a myth book.
My stories going through there, it said that you guys were surrounded and your general was just a crybaby at the end.
Aye, that couldn't be further from the truth. Someone
Stealth
must
with
have.
disadvantage, Chiron.
Okay.
I gotta make this.
History is written by the winner.
Couldn't I like? Never mind.
Good still.
Well,
you're fine. Go ahead,
matter.
Gramnom. Like rebuke that. That's totally fine. I want you to rebuke it.
I was there, I tell ya. Plenty of bards will make up some stories to make themselves seem like the genuine article. But
well, how do I know you're not making this stuff up then?
You're so excited about meeting someone from 5,000 years ago, and you're telling me that he's coming to you with an eyewitness story, and you're not going to believe him?
Do a persuasion check, please. He kind of sighs. Fine, continue on with your grandiose story.
You have a point, I guess.
Don't worry.
You do make it to the chest, Chiron. Do you want to do a sleight of hand to try to open it?
Yes.
All right, don't worry. This is where it gets really good.
Yeah, really good.
So you try to unlock it, but you notice your lockpick snaps and makes a giant noise as it does it. as the drow's like, did you hear that?
No, that listen. That was the sound. That was the sound of our battalion clinching the enemy clinching the enemy army from both sides.
Really? And he starts writing down like as in this. Okay, continue.
It was a pincer move, they called it. or as we called it in the burrow, a plier maneuver.
Oh my god! What is this plier maneuver that you mentioned of? I've seen nothing about that in my books.
Well, yeah, it was mostly in the burrows. It wouldn't be talked about in the field. That was its informal name, right? So you take two sides and you line them up parallel to one another.
I'll stop you there, Chiron. What do you want to try to do now?
This is beautiful.
Can I do another attempt?
Say again. Sorry.
Can I attempt again on
Yes, you can attempt one more time.
The plier maneuver.
I wanted to do the plier maneuver on this chest.
Like a pair of tongs.
So anyways, I started blasting.
So you're a little clumsy about it, but after a bit you are able to open the chest up. However, when you open it, you see about 40 different rings in there.
Shit.
Is there only rings in this chest?
There's only rings in this chest.
What the actual crud?
How many times has this drow done this?
Chiron's just gonna start taking the rings quietly.
That's gonna make a lot of noise. That's 40 different rings.
I need you to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
11?
So you're starting to grab a couple of the rings as Gramnom continues his pincer maneuver.
I mean, I could
So-
talk like super loud.
As you're looking
Oh,
at
wait, you know what?
Chiron, you're
Hold on. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I forgot guidance all these times.
That does make a difference. Okay.
It makes it a 15.
True.
So as you see one handful of rings come out of there, Gramnom, you decided to tell the most grandiose part of this pincer maneuver that you can to be super loud. That way, Chiron is able to take all the rings, but it's got to be a very good story.
Anyways, back to Gramnom.
Back to Gramnom. All right. Whew, okay. So, right. We were pincering them, pliering them, if you will. You can choose to say whichever one you like. But then, as your stories may have told you, right? Suddenly, a burst of lightning strikes their commander, and he grows in size to 20 feet tall.
20 feet. That's
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
that's fascinating from there. Like the stories, it said that when your general did that, he became the size of a giant, not just 20 feet. But that's interesting. Did
mean,
the bards
20
get that
pretty
part
tall.
wrong?
I mean, 20 feet is pretty giant.
I guess for a dwarf it is.
Aye, you got me there, friend.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. So after a bit, you're able to pocket all 40 rings.
Before leaving, Chiron's gonna just once over like the desk area to see if anything's like, again, that looks interesting to kind of help with whatever Haru's dealing with.
Investigation check, please. Okay. You kind of notice out of the corner of your eye that there is another book on there that seems to have Haru's insignia on it. From what you noticed within the couple places where she was able to control the skeletons were, it's her family crest that's on the that's on the cover of the book.
Ooh.
Okay, Book grabbed the slip of paper he tried to forge is gonna look like it's accidentally dropped, and then he's gonna sneak back towards the room.
All right. Well, one more stealth check, please. Gramnom, continue.
All right.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what'd you say?
Gramnom, continue.
Oh, okay.
It's not disadvantage.
True.
No, but
Yeah,
I
no,
still
it's
get
just self
guidance.
check.
You do.
I still get guidance, so I still technically get the +3.
Right.
Nice.
You would have been fine with the 16, I think.
Look, I'd rather be safe
Right,
than sorry.
19 is
Because
good.
now Chiron's moving with a bag full of rings.
That is very true.
Is that a wedding going on somewhere? No. I don't say that in character.
You must be quite the lord to have so many rings. The
Right.
Lord of the Rings, per se.
But all right. So a story.
Why does he have 40 rings?
That's a good question.
That's what I said.
And
How
not
many
one I will
times have
be
you done
asking
this?
him.
Hold on, it's okay because now Chiron has 39 ways to frame his dad for this.
All right. So, the giant figure, now even gianter, especially by dwarven standards.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Eyes glowing brightly with electrical energy. His wings unfurl from his back as he becomes a bit more draconic. He breathes lightning, covering the battlefield, scorching my army mates. What do you call like fellows? I guess scorching my fellow veterans. And then perhaps, then the history books or what you have read might be accurate. Even my general was cowering like a wee lad at the bombastic show of force. Is that enough yet?
Yeah, it's enough. That's enough. You're good. So Chiron, you're back in the bedroom. So I'm assuming you're just going to pop out of the window.
Yes.
All right. I don't need you to make any check, because you're good at that point. Fuck it. One more stealth check.
This is when he trips out the window. Oh God!
Whoa!
Don't forget your guidance. That saves it a bit better.
So
12.
you are able to get out of there, but there is a little bit of a thump that's heard because of all the rings in your bag. As Endermath kind of looks behind and is like, I know I heard something this time.
And then
Oh, okay.
Chiron is after Chiron goes out the window, he's gonna pull Snickers out and tell Snickers to go to Gramnom, and then let Snickers on the ground as he's closing the window.
All right, cool. So Snickers runs
hoping that Gramnom will pick this up as this was the source of the sound.
So Gramnom, as you're telling the last part of the story, you see Snickers appear and kind of squeak at you.
And then with a blood-curdling scream, oh, hey, a rat. That must have...
And then they both disappear.
That must have been the lump that you heard before. Here, listen, I'm a druid. I know how to handle this. Here you go, little guy. I kind of put my hand down to scoop up Snickers.
Snickers goes onto your hand and runs up your shoulder.
There you go. Now you have one less pest in the house and a wonderful story for you to ponder about.
I suppose so. Thank you, Gramnom. If you have any other stories, just come let me know. Thank you. I need to go and research this ring as he shows the ring around his neck. It was very nice of Haru to give that to me. And then he puts it back onto there and then closes his door.
Damn. Have a good night, I say, as close to sarcastically as possible without going sarcastic. And I trudge away.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's all good.
He said give. Haruka didn't give him squat.
It's not how he saw it. So you have 42 random rings.
Hold on. Chiron's gonna catch up to Grimno and be like, I got the ring, and hold up the jingling thing. I have to have the ring. I have 40-something of these things.
Like I said, watch the ring be on the drow's finger.
Right. I mean, okay, was it visibly around his neck the whole time, or was it underneath his shirt or something?
It was underneath his shirt.
Okay.
I love it. Just the fact that Chiron had no clue what this thing really looked like just added.
I mean, that's fair. I'm trying to decide if Gramnom has the heart to tell Chiron. And even if he does,
one of those rings could be something very valuable in
that's
in
true.
It could be.
That's true. And it's balancing, let's see. If he tells Chiron, will Chiron want to go back and steal the ring? And also, will he consider the stealing 42 rings and potentially him not knowing about it yet, but the book?
What is that?
Will that be worth it?
Look, you guys, as far as he's concerned, he's like, man, this is like the Waterdeep days. This is hilarious.
Right? Chiron looks really excited, so I'll let it be for now.
Oh no, did the drow guy get possessed by the ring and that's why he was so mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Excellent job, Chiron. I couldn't have done it without you.
He's practically wagging his tail.
Oh. I almost
I'm
feel kind of
weird noises.
bad.
I'm trying to determine if it's in the tabletop audio or
It's-
outside or what.
That was probably the tabletop audio because there's some wind noises that happen every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything, so other than the tabletop. I'm going to trudge back to the hotel or inn, rather.
Chiron's gonna invite Gramnom to his room so they can investigate the find.
I'll take that invitation. Might as well know what we did get.
So as you go in, you see you see all the rings that are kind of pushed down there, and as you're looking through, they all look like the same exact ring. There's nothing special about any of them. They're all just plain old rings.
Do they look like the one that Haru had?
That is the funny thing. They all do, but etched into there is a little thing saying essentially, buy this at a gift shop.
Oh my god.
He's been collecting these rings.
The drow is a weeb!
Oh no.
Now Chiron's gonna look defeated, and then he's gonna pull out the book with the insignia. Well, I guess I at least got this, and then put it over the table.
Knowledge anything about that one? Like any checks about that book?
Sure. Actually, you can do a. Can you do an investigation on what the inside of the ring does say?
Let's co-op this one.
Sure.
Oh, okay. That works too.
Okay. Let me see.
Guidance would have worn off by now.
Yeah,
although it is a
cantrip
cantrip.
than I would have ever thought.
So so inside of it, you see etched into each and every one of the rings, it says, "Buy your replica copy of the Yamashiro clan's ring." And in like parentheses, this is a fake.
Ah.
In every single one of the rings.
Merchandise.
Oh, and
Although she would make a very marketable plushie.
She really would.
Like, no, I don't want to be a marketable plush. Wait.
And then after this, so that's when Chiron's gonna point out that he had 3 more books that he stole.
Oh yeah.
Here.
Okay, so you have you have 3 books. The first book that you pulled out, the title is The Shogun and Me. A love story.
Like The King and I.
That sounds like a book that
The Shogun and Me,
love.
a love story. That is the first one.
Oh no.
Chiron shows up, you like books here, gives the books.
So he really is just a weeb.
Is he an isekai protagonist?
The time I was reincarnated as a crazy drow.
The second one is called The Epic of Gilgamesh.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Yeah, it's like the actual one.
Or the one that has the battle on a big bridge.
The under it says Volume 2.
Couldn't even steal Volume 1. Damn.
The third one is called How Do I Become a Dragon?
How do I become a dragon? Chiron's
It's like, how do you train a dragon? But the high fantasy version.
Chiron's gonna put the how do I become a dragon like into like his belongings. Also, another question: were the 2 rings that were found in the dresser drawer with the rubies different than the other ones?
Those 2 rings, they were a little bit different. They looked a little fancier than the other ones. Each of them has a sapphire in it.
Ooh.
But there's nothing etched in it. It was probably some of his personal belongings.
Chiron's gonna keep those 2 rings.
Okay.
And the rubies. He's not gonna mention the rubies.
Yeah, Gramnon wouldn't care either way, but he would like to have the Epic of Gilgamesh Volume 2 if you're willing to part with it.
Yeah, and then we could give Calibran likes books. We could give Calibran the other book.
Yeah.
No, give it to Haruka. She fucking loves romance novels.
That's why it's being given to Callie.
I just want the hilarity of giving it to Kelly.
However, the fourth book that you did pick up that you saw that had Haru's insignia on it is called the following. The Shadows of the Yamashiro clan.
Ooh, that sounds significant.
Whoa.
So do we give it to her now or wait until she's done having her crisis?
Considering the title, maybe we should wait until she's in a bit of a better mood.
Come off with that.
Or maybe her existential crises will cancel each other out.
Chiron's gonna think back to a moment. Has he ever had a moment where his crises canceled each other out? I mean, I guess right now he's not. His family crisis and his issue with Andrus kind of dissolved. But then again, he did just rob a man of 42.
Either way, maybe not today.
What's the instant life and everything?
42.
Oh man!
I did not plan that one, but you know what? It works. So.
How many rings must a tiefling steal?
However, each of those 42 rings is worth 1 gold piece.
Nice.
Hey, that's 42 gold.
I have
Hey, 41. You should at least give her a face, so she has one.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be 39. I have plans for the other
she'd be able
ring.
to just tell it's a fake. She could just read it
So
and take it off again.
It's her emotional support ring. Leave her alone.
Yes. It's got her family on it. That's all that matters to her.
It's so cute and sweet.
All right. And with that, that's all I have about plan for today, and this feels like a decent stopping point.
Really quick, Suno.
Yeah.
Just like a little thing to wrap this up, to put the bow on it. Chiron's just gonna find a small box, put the rings in the box, and drop it off by the minor exchange with like the shipment address is going to the dad's main company in Waterdeep, and he's just gonna leave it there, like outside the building.
Okay, sounds good. And with that, we will end the session for the night.
Yay!
I'm sorry.
Again, no, I am sorry I didn't have a lot for you this time,
No,
Allie.
it's okay. You didn't have a break.
This was quite a bit. What are you talking about?
Right?
This was a lot.
It may not have been directly.
Like, holy frick.
That was.
Chiron got 39 spare rings he just gave to Dad.
Wait a minute. How long have you been waiting for me to ask for details on his parents?
Fucking
stuff?
forever! Fucking forever! I've had this plan for a while now, god damn it!
Wait, what did they actually do?
I mean, to be fair, I was questioning them right away.
Come on, it's like someone's got to ask to tell a story. Someone has got to. Yes, Hook, Hook, Hook. God, oh, brain hurts.
Go to bed.
I know.
Go to bed.
All right,
You're
so
thinking that they were.
There's
different
even
rings.
some things here that made me like, wait, what?
I-
I don't want to point them out because they're, although Allie probably noticed them too. Because things are not what they should be in some particular places. Unless it's the biggest coincidence in the entirety of the universe.
I was gonna say, I think everyone has something that isn't as it should be.
Oh, absolutely not.
My
I have,
entire
like,
existence.
distant memories.
No, I just made friends the whole time. Andrus is completely normal. He's setting up a business. He's
Andrew's
contributing to
completely normal.
society.
No.
And before Andrus has been a changeling this whole time.
Which would honestly make sense.